Hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, this is my first live with this, so if anybody can put out there if you can actually hear me or not, make sure I got this right. Dr. Art, talked to him today, just seeing if can get this to work. So let me know if you can hear me. All right, so I'm trying to get this thing to go live here. Oh, there's Dude Mopar. How's it going, everybody? Kyle's not going to be on tonight. He's at home right now. We both work our normal 9 to 5 jobs, if you want to call it that. And today was just a long day. We had a late night last night doing another video, kind of on that 1980 Z28, finishing some stuff up on that. So just wanted to do a first live. It's probably not going to be as crazy as some of the other lives that we have out there. So I guess this can be a good time to have for a get to know you session if you'd like. Um, Dr. Art, he kind of helped me out getting this set up. So it was kind of a last second thing. So I appreciate it, Dr. Art. Hey, what's going on, Bear Rose and Raker and Mopar Nut? Yeah, it does. The Wi-Fi does kind of suck on this, but I do live in a rural area, so and kids are probably draining the bandwidth. Kyle's on here now too. See, he's on here. Yeah, hey, what's going on, Dre? I see you got your 408 going in that car. That's going to be pretty fun. Just a little background. I am building a Ford, but I'm actually a Mopar guy. So, and actually tomorrow I will be going up to Rockford, and it's going to be kind of fun. A friend of mine, he's got an old Chrysler dealership, and it's just packed full of old Mopars, parts, you name it. And he's having a big open house / swap meet sale. So it'll be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So what are you guys all doing tonight? If anybody could figure out or let me know, how do I add a StreamYard link into the comments if somebody would want to join? Hey, what's going on, Dutch? How are those Velars going in Aspens? Those are some pretty slick cars. You go at the bottom of the screen, and there's a little thing that says invite. Okay, pop up box. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Art. I'm going to put a StreamYard link in there if anybody would want to join. So how's everyone doing on their no-name Nationals cars? I know we've got a lot of work done. As you saw, some of the stuff we posted with Kyle's Big Bag Green Machine. It does like to fry the tires pretty easily, so kind of the next step on that is wheels and tires. And at some point there'll be some other upgrades. That car is pretty legit. It's fast. It's definitely not the stock-looking GTO that it appears to be. This is Dust Devil. How's it going? What's Brian up to tonight? Oh, there's Dr. Art. See, I'm getting this set up, Dr. Art. Hey, there you are. What's going on, man?
See, you did it. You did it. You got it. You got it down now.
I do have it down. I got it somewhat down.
Yeah,
which is nice.
That's as easy as it is. You just
get it going and yeah.
Hang on, let me turn one of these things off. Hang on. I had to mute the TV. But yeah, that's you got it. You're a live master now.
I'm a live master, and once I figure out all the cool stuff other people do, it'll get really interesting.
Yeah, and that's
Cat,
basically
what's going on?
And then when people comment, if you go over to the side and click on their comment, it should bubble it up on the bottom of the screen.
Okay. Let's figure this out here. Hey, there we go. Don English is in the house. He's a good guy. He's always commenting on my videos, which is nice.
Yeah, there you go. You have guests and pop-ups. Shit, you're good to go.
Yeah. Hey, we're good to go. And there's Jason's Garage. He just messaged me a little bit ago. He's talking about Thursday nights being quiet, and it's like, well, after Dr. Art's and Jason's lives during the week, it's like everyone needs to go into like a therapeutic rehab for the next few days. But it's always fun.
Oh, I even got my for John's on Friday. I got my orange prison shirt that I'm gonna put on. So
yeah. But yeah, I mean, as far as how cars are going and all that, I talked to you on the phone today. It was kind of crazy getting out of a meeting. Most of the time this time of year when it starts getting nice out, I'm in my garage and heard that semi back up. He said Santa Claus came early, and it's like this transmission case is coming off there, and I'm pretty sure the UPS and FedEx guys hate me because they're always having to carry heavy boxes. So
their job, they'll be okay.
Yeah, it's their job. Hello, Wendy. How's it going?
Yeah, look. You're more popular than I am. How many people you got on now? What's the counter say?
I don't even know where to look. I is 14. It looks like 14 live viewers.
Damn, that's good.
I know that's 14 more people than I've physically interacted with today.
Now you have 14 friends.
I have 14 friends. So it's kind of
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
But it's
the Milwaukee Electric Ratchets to shit the bed.
Just Devil, Wendy English, Bear Rose, Creedence Chrysler Revival, Don English. Yeah, you got more people than I got. What the hell?
This guy right here has the coolest no-name nationals name or YouTube name, Creedence Chrysler Revival. I mean, if this guy doesn't show up in a Winnebago with a band and a barbecue and a keg of beer, I'm going to be sadly disappointed. No, I'm just joking. I mean, that is just an absolutely cool name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got Desert Mopars, Mopar Nut.
If I recall right, I think Desert Mopars was out at Muscle City Madness with Big Richard over the weekend.
Could be.
I think so. He was. Racers and Rods. Yes, CCR is a great name. It's kind of nice. Like, I'll get time and watch a bunch of videos from a bunch of different people and all that, and there's a lot of really cool builds going on. It's a lot of fun. Some of the stuff that we've got going on, like I said, the GTO, it's about wrapped up. That thing is really legit. We have no idea what kind of time it's going to run when we get there, but we're going to play around with the draggy system a little bit. This weekend, going to finish up short block on the 521, start really cranking out on that. We do help a lot of friends on some other cars like that Z28. Our friend Eddie, I mean, the guy is just an absolute paint and body guy, and he's got a super nice Chevelle. So I'm going to be working on that. I was telling Dr. Art I'm going to have a really cool video after tomorrow, which involves a whole handful of classic Grand Spalding cars, which will be nice. Yes, Ruben, Richard, and Will are super cool guys. I talked to Ruben every once in a while. So when I first got into the YouTube thing, I liked his channel because he does a lot of weird kind of cool stuff. So there was this connection there, and I think there might be some antics we pull the No Name Nationals. So just be aware of that.
Yeah, and if one more little tidbit, that link you put up to have people join.
Yeah.
On the side of it, there's a little thing where you can click it and it'll start, and it'll keep it at the top of the comments, so you don't have to keep posting it for people to come in.
Okay, so let me try this again. Okay, so invite, copy to clipboard.
Yeah, copy. It's already in your clipboard. You could just hit paste and it'd be down there.
Okay.
And then when it comes up on your thing to the right hand side, there's like little dots or something. I can't remember, but if you click on that, it'll light that star up, and then it stays at the top of the comments.
There we go. So there is a link if anybody wants to join in. But yeah, I think one of the big things that is kind of slowing up a lot of us is just the crappy weather, waiting on parts, and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's been going pretty good. Got a whole bunch of parts in here. Kind of joke. It's like my basement, which is like my home office, my hangout, is now like a speed part shop. There's just boxes of crap everywhere. So it's kind of nice. RC industry, how's it going? Southern Indiana. Well, that's not too far from me, man. I'm in Central Illinois. Want more D100 credence? Yeah, we're trying to get out the next video. Ours up. We do have an 82 D150. It's got the right patina on it. I bought it last winter for like nothing. It's going to end up being like a shop truck we do at some point. Kyle had a really good idea to kind of keep it looking ratty, but just put some wicked motor in it. So that's kind of our theme with cars. As long as they go extremely fast, don't really care what they look like. They just need to go super fast.
Yeah. Dutch guys, he's been putting a ton of videos out too lately.
He has, and he's got a lot of cool stuff. Dutch, I'm kind of in the same boat, man. I ordered headers probably in December, early January, and they're getting pushed back to the first week of May. I mean, they're custom build, but it's the only thing I could find. And I'm also waiting on one motor mount that like nobody in the country has. Yes, you're right. We should do this more, virtual meet, greet, and hangout. So this is my first one with this. I actually started doing this joining Jason's Garage Inc. And he always gave good tips. And then I discovered Dr. Art, and his has turned into just this loaded with cool people and different ideas. And the topics go from, what would you say, from cars to anything goes. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Rapid Transit, he's another.
Ollie?
Yeah, he's Ollie, Rapid Transit.
Ollie's Garage, this guy's helped me out with motor mount stuff, so I want to give a shout out to him. And Jay from Rapid Transit Garage, same thing with him. He's been helping me on along the way too. A lot of support. So, and Big Mike, of course. Big Mike is in the house.
Yeah. Racers and round barrels. See, this is you got a lot of people in here.
I do. I got 20 people in here. That's more
fantastic.
friends than I have in real life.
Poor
Boy's Garage. So, yeah, Poor Boy's Garage. I don't know if anybody's checked out his channel or not, but he's got some really cool stuff. Like I think it's like something. I'm gonna totally butcher this, so I apologize. But it's something about send them or race them, not crush them or something. But he's got this really cool slang about saving cars and not destroying them. And he's taken some really cool cars, got them back going. He's got a really cool intro with his too. So that guy's got some neat stuff. Sorry if I butchered whatever you're saying is, but I like the channel. It's really fun. Looks like we got Kyle coming in here. There we go.
Out. All right, I'm in. I think. Can you hear me?
This is the guy with the crazy big green machine. Yeah.
Yeah. We can hear you, see you, hear you. Everything's good.
Awesome.
Hey, what's going on, Ricker?
Yeah, Torque TRP unfinished project. Yeah, you got the whole crew in here.
Got a whole bunch of people in here. So yeah, this is Kyle. Just a little background. Him and I have known each other since probably 1986. I had moved to a totally different neighborhood out in the country and met this guy at this little park, and we've been best friends since, tinkering around on lawnmowers, dirt bikes, trucks, cars, anything we get our hands on. Limousines even.
Yes.
bicycles. Yeah. So it's kind of funny how all that works. We always try to do something fun. And obviously, we both have kids, start growing up. You kind of get out of cars. You don't want to, but life catches up with you. And Kyle called me up one day and said, "Hey, I got this GTO," and we had done a couple things to it. Had a mild 455 in it, and next thing you know, it's got the big green machine power plant in it now, and all kinds of other fun goodies. So now we have a character joining.
What up, gentlemen?
What's happening?
Hello.
Go.
There goes the neighborhood.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Whoopsie. Do I not have my sound on?
No, your sound's on.
Okay.
And then the
Try
your
and catch
stickers
up
went out,
with.
your stickers went out today.
Oh, okay. Cool.
For you and Travis, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I got a list. I'm gonna do them tomorrow. Send some of ours out.
Perfect.
What's up, Don?
So,
What's up,
Jason, how was your
Barrows?
day?
It was good. It was shitty weather, It's like freezing rain here now, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, should we all?
Yeah, it's definitely crap. We're supposed to get
Oh, yeah, it
some
does work better. All right.
Oh, there you go.
snow flurries.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, the funny part about these is all the boxes. We need a Brady Bunch theme in the background.
Yeah, definitely. That's what JT from Online Mechanics says about art when he goes on mine. He's like, it looks like the Brady Bunch. I need to be able to do that.
Because I got 6 people going. Yeah,
He's funny. He's usually on Thursday night. I didn't see him.
Yeah, it's definitely funny.
Yeah, he doesn't plan very well. He'll be like, it'll be 2 minutes after like 7 or 8 or whatever, he goes on and go, oh, I gotta go on, and not even post up early.
He's like me. Actually, he is on now. Yeah, I just looked.
Art, I'm trying to figure something out. So I'm seeing all of you right now, but it's hard to monitor, like to see the chat. If I switch to chat, then I don't see you all. It's probably just a better experience on a computer.
Yeah, it's better on a laptop. Like I'm sitting in my living room, but I got my TV on so I can see the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, on the phone, the chats are hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Kyle, it's the same. It's the same with me. This is the first time I've done this on this laptop.
Yeah.
And I hit a Google invite thing, and I can't use my phone right now. So I take it you got that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, because I'm using my phone as a backup to this, so I can't even. Every time I try doing that, it would kick me out. Yes, we do. Racers and rods. We do need Alice.
Yeah, your internet's improved there too, Jeff, because it's picture's a lot better.
Fuel Eddie said you should all be working on your cars.
Okay, good.
I worked on my car all day. I did
too.
Yeah, so Fuel Eddie. Yeah, Fuel Eddie is Eddie the expert you see in the videos. The guy's like an expert paint and body guy, and we do have a video coming out we made last night that involves a friend of ours, Z28. I'm just going to say this. When you hear the music, there's a reason for it. And if any of you guys want to know, just ask in the comments when you see the video this weekend. And it was a lot of fun making it.
Well, I'm on my phone. I'm going to have to hop out because my battery's about
Dancing Alone with Reynolds.
I'll run upstairs and get the laptop. But
Thanks
yeah,
for popping
good job.
in, Doc.
You're a pro at this now, bud.
I'm a pro. Like I was sitting on the couch getting done. I actually took a nap, and I, saw a text from Dr. Art, and he called me, and I'm like, yeah, I might as well try it. So I get everything set up. I go to do this, do it with my phone, and I had like this Google invite thing with like an email, and I sent it to Kyle, and I get this live, and I'm like, I can't use my phone. This laptop's going.
Hey, it's the first live. They all suck. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I want to back up a second. Did you say you took a nap?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I did.
Was it because you were up late last night
I
putting
did.
on stickers, or do you usually take a nap? I don't know.
No, I never take naps, man. You know me. I'm a night owl, and
I know.
we were up late doing that, and everyone was out of the house, and I just laid down on the couch, aka my work chair, if you want to call it that, and I was out.
I hear
Not
that.
for long.
Yep.
So that means I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
I take a nap every day because I'm just old. Hey, Rabbit Transit, how you doing, brother?
Yes, stayed
So
up a
yes,
little
first,
late. I got that Chinese virus that Todd always talks about, the dragon ass.
Yeah.
yeah, we got that too. It's been many nights this winter, kind of like that, Kyle, wouldn't you say? Where it's like 1:30, maybe later, and it's like, shit, we all
Definitely.
got to work tomorrow morning, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah, I
funny
think
though,
that's
you get a-
one thing. Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
No, I say you get a stopping point in your mind, where you want to get to, and inevitably there's always hiccups in the way, and next thing you know, it's midnight, 1 a.m. It's like, hey, let's. At that point, you have to call it. So,
Yeah,
just part of the game.
and it is, and just part of the little bit of the background. When Kyle and I grew up, we were a street away, so it wasn't that far to go get in trouble and do something stupid. But now, when we want to get in trouble and do something stupid, it's like 30 minutes apart, and you live in Illinois, there's a lot of snow, you got to plan around it. But we always make the best of our time, always have, and we're getting down to the brass tacks of this is good. I like this one from Bear Rose. But it's getting down brass tacks of working on these cars, getting them done, and start doing big old burnouts and having a good time.
Yeah, it won't be long.
It won't be. It's going to be fun. Hey, I got to show you something. Not John Wilburn. Yeah, did you like mine the other night when I was not Dr. Art, not Jason?
Yes, that's why I was going to put my Jason mask on, but Hunter left it out in the rain the other day when we did our little wheelie video.
Check these out. You can see them. These zoomies.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got a flamethrower kit.
Nice.
So when that Thunderbird's in the burnout box at No Name Nationals at night, I'm going to hit that thing and blow flames and burn people's feet.
Nice. I'll be taking video.
Yeah, that's
not close enough to get burnt.
Right.
I told him I'm going to fill it up with tennis balls, and when he starts it up, it'll bloop.
I don't mind the tennis balls, but I said the first person put a hot dog in there is getting punched in the mouth.
I'll probably get punched in the mouth then. I'll go get a whole kielbasa and stick it in there.
Exactly.
We're already hitting the weird hour, aren't we?
So, yeah. Yep. Trying to get these things caught up. Yes, I only put zoomies on the bird, and I did get a flamethrower kit. And the way we're going to hook it up is under wide open throttle. It's just going to belch the fire out of it. So,
hey, Travis. Travis is in here.
It's going to be fun. I saw that. What's going on, Travis? Dutch guy says, already out doing burnouts. Launched the one Aspen a little too hard and snapped the flex plate. Now, that is a good way to start a Thursday. But that just shows you right now he's out having fun.
Yeah, where did the link go?
I started.
Here, I'm just going to
put it back up there.
Oh, it drops off, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can get it real quick, Jeff, if you want me to. I'll just post it down here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let me here. Hopefully he can click that. It's kind of clumsy on my end. I can't really do all the stuff that you can do, but I'm starting to figure it out. But yeah, the first live, something always goes catastrophically wrong. So don't let that bother you. That's just how it goes.
It's this thing's lagging. I think I actually saw my mom pop in here a little bit ago. I think she was in here.
What's her handle?
I think so. No Bear Rose. Just gonna run it fat, man. Are you doing propane for the flamethrowers or just interrupters? It's these little boxes that comes with it, and I no idea yet till I get it in. So, Ollie, have a good night, man. Thanks for the help finding those motor mounts. What you would have thought finding a motor mount for a big block Ford in those years was going to be so hard.
Dan, the Weird Hour Nationals.
Yes.
That's what we should just name our group.
Somebody
The Weird
is
Hour
trying to hop
Weird
in.
Hour Racing Team. Travis.
We should. And there's Travis.
What's up, guys?
Just chilling, you know.
How's it going?
It's going. Another wonderfully long day at work.
Yeah. It was a long day.
I'm gonna hop out for one moment.
Yeah, see, Jeff, that's something you got to do. You got to pipe some propane into it so it gives extra flame on the zoomies.
That'll work.
That's a
will
good
definitely
idea.
work. It's gonna be fun.
You just need a low pressure regulator.
Do you even need a very big tank to do that, or even just
Just one of those
like
grill
a grill?
tanks. Yeah, little grill tank.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that years ago. My cousin
Would
had
acetylene be better?
yeah, but it doesn't burn that nice pretty orange. No, my cousin had it was a 56 Chevrolet pickup he put stacks on, and he had the propane tank in there with just spark plugs in it, and it would at wide open throttle it would throw them probably 15 feet in the air.
Wow.
Holy
Epic.
shit.
How far would he plumb the propane line into I don't know how high up or how low, how close to the tips does that propane run? Probably you want it before all the outlets, one pipe going into each side, and then you're controlling the valve in the cab.
Yeah, he had his, because it just had dual stacks on it. I want to say it was probably a foot and a half down from the end.
That makes sense. Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to do either.
No, and then the spark plug was right up there at the end, so it was.
Yeah, that does make sense. We'll have to remember that, Kyle, because I do have that one big pipe that goes into Ford. And we're not going to keep those chrome. Yeah, we're not going to keep those chrome ones. We're going to kind of 45 them and just ceramic coat it.
Oh, you don't want to keep the chrome tips?
Man, when you see them in real life, you're going to be like, man, these things are just shit. They're just really piss poor quality. Unless we may be able to get away with doing some stuff. We'll see.
Okay. Either way, it's going to be cool.
It's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. We always had fun growing up doing fun stuff. There was, I don't even know how old we were. We should have been technically adults at the time, but we weren't. And we had built an old go-kart, and it was like an old 70s go-kart. We put a 250cc two-stroke Suzuki on it, 5-speed, had a clutch lever handle. That thing was super fast, wasn't it, Kyle?
Yeah, it was quick. I mean, it didn't weigh but 100 pounds,
Yeah. Absolutely fast.
So you say go-karts and.
So what's everyone else got going on tonight?
I got a go-kart in the backyard that I'm thinking about putting the 318 on.
That would be fun.
I gotta find like a front wheel drive transmission to go with it.
That would be quite interesting. That'd be very interesting. There was somebody that just popped on here. Actually, it was you, Travis. Rob Z got me all straightened out with the TCI stuff going on.
Oh, okay.
And it showed up today.
Awesome.
So that was actually, yeah. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta call them Monday because I'm gonna order my torque converters with them.
Ron
Hope it won't
says
take too long.
he's got a spare auto sob training you can have. And I believe Ron lives in Bradenton, Florida. So that would be a little bit of a haul for you, but it's there. I got.
But would it bolt to a 318?
We can make it work.
Oh, yeah, but
So
I don't want to do too much fab work. I'm lazy.
somebody that there's actually a magazine company, I'm not going to say it, but that follows Kyle and I did a Instagram car thing to help promote what we were doing. They sent me a decal today, a couple of them, and if you guys can see this or not. So put this on your car.
Don't touch this vehicle. That's awesome.
I know, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, just
just make one.
Got a lot of work left to do on the Thunderbird, the big green machine. It's just getting some wheels and tires soon, and go out and do some backcountry testing. Probably going to see some fun stuff this summer. There's also probably going to do a little bit of work on Eddie's Chevelle here and there. But yeah,
cool.
Racers and Rods. Who's in Bradenton other than me? I think it's Ron from Ron's Recreations is in the Bradenton somewhere area around there. And actually, that's an area I kind of know pretty well from just going down there vacationing a lot in Florida, like the Anna Maria Island. My parents were just down there too. It's kind of a cool area.
Yeah, I was thinking about, I got some dash cam video I was thinking about posting tonight or tomorrow. Different things.
Pretty good.
Well, I had one, the guy ran a
Nice.
stop sign. That was interesting. It was a near miss. Almost had another head-on collision the other night.
Oh, that's not good.
And
That's
then,
definitely not
I could have reached out and touched the truck when he passed me. And then today on the way home, I got passed by like 4 rat rods going up. I don't know where they were coming from, but they were coming up Horn Lake Road. And my wife told me, did you say it was a car show the 23rd? Yeah, car show at the my daughter's high school, the 23rd.
Cool.
And I'm off work, so it'd be great.
Yeah, I'm ready to be off work for a few days. It's been a long week. And Illinois, the weather's up and down. We're expecting, they're calling for some snow showers tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold here too. It's supposed to be like 52 for a high tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, well, that's warm compared to here right now. So yeah, there's a guy in here, Junk Car Willie. Hello, Junk Car Willie. He has some cool videos out there, and one of the videos that he just did, Mopar Al with Slag Hammer has been looking for parts, and this guy found them. Bam, there they are. So I saw that he gave him a shout out on that, which is actually pretty neat. Kind of just shows you all these people. Really, a lot of us even haven't even met each other, but doing these lives, doing this No Name Nationals, and just that community that's been built around it. We're helping each other out quite a bit, which is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Mischief. This guy is going to have a really cool race coming up. He is from, I believe, I want to say North Dakota, and his buddy's he's got like a Ford Fairmont. I want to say his friend's got a Mercury Zephyr style car, like the 80s, four-door things. They're going to do a kind of a match race, grudge race, which is going to be cool.
The 4-door Fox bodies. Of course,
then we've got exactly. Then you got NSB Custom Cars, who's going to come up there and just smoke everybody. He's got some real cars coming. Raker's in here. Let's see what Mrs. Dust Devil has to say here. Would have been a warmer today if the wind wasn't so bad. Yes, it was very windy up here too. It was not very friendly. But I've been having fun with this. You know, it was one of those deals where just watching a live one night, decided to do it, talked to Kyle, and we hit the ground running. I think what's one of the things that I don't think people realize a lot with this is, you know, they people that watch YouTube car videos, they watch, you know, guys fiddle farting around doing stuff in their shops or garages building stuff, but I don't think a lot of them realize everyone that does that has normally family, a normal job, the time to edit, time to film, time to hit the stop button on there to fix the problem, or all the behind the scenes stuff that takes place, which is a lot of work. So everyone that does it, it's like kudos to all of them out there.
Oh yeah.
And, hey, Tom Muse is in the house. Howdy, Tom. Frankenstein C20 has got a nice truck. That thing's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And this guy here, everybody knows as Dart Sport. I'm still trying to figure out how he comments with nothing in it. Kyle, so what do you want to do when you get the car done and it's nice out and get the new tires and wheels on it?
Man, I'm just looking forward to getting out and hitting the road. Anywhere. Anywhere. Going for a drive, going to a car show, going to burn some tires off.
Yeah. Kyle lives about 30 minutes north of me in a rural area. And what's kind of neat, there's an old, it used to be a gas station, probably 30s, 40s, 50s, but now it's for forever. It's been like a bar / grill and like a little country store. And they have like the world's best cheeseburgers. I know that's bragging, but it's always a good place to eat. So we usually get together and run up there with the car, get some lunch, hang out for a little bit, go back to the shop. So it's a lot of fun. See you a little bit,
Cool.
Jay. Hey, Danny Boyd figured it out too. See, look at that. How in the hell are people doing that? I need to figure that out. Oh, let's see here. Wild Rose Garage. He's one of our Northern Canadian friends that's going to be making it. I'm running against Mopar Al Slaghammer in my 60 Lark, for those who don't know. That's awesome.
Oh, that's going to be a cool
so your
race.
Lark, is that like an R2? Yes. That's going to be a lot of fun. Wild Rose, is there any way you could hop in this chat? I want to hear about this car. I mean, if you got time. If not, that's fine.
You might have to put the link out there again, Jeff. I think it's probably pushed up and out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try starring that. Take Dr. Art's advice on that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a cool race. It's gonna be a really cool race. Tom, let's see what Tom has to say here. See about 4 more channels just mentioned joining the No Names. The word is spreading. Yeah, and when I heard about this, it was like it purely was no names, and now every day you go to YouTube and just put in the hashtag No Name Nationals, and every day there's new channels, and it's actually really cool. It's a lot of fun. Wild Rose, it will be 455 Olds powered. There you go, Kyle. Another BOP powered vehicle coming.
Yep, Bob. Jeff, I'm gonna drop down into the chat as
How you doing,
my
Tom?
phone's run a little low on power, but see, we have some more that joined the video, so
all right.
I'll be following here.
All right, cool. Thanks, Kyle. Hey, how's it going, Tom?
Not too bad. How about yourself? First live here, huh?
first live. It wasn't really originally planned, and what ended up happening was Dr. Art sent me a text. I'm like, yeah, I might as well try it. And I'm fumbling around with my laptop, my phone, and so yeah, I got it. You know, thanks to him and Jason for kind of helping me walk through this. And
Right, it's pretty amazing how out of the group of guys here that everybody's willing to reach out and help everybody do, you know, and figure out all these YouTube functions and put them to use.
yes. So racers and rods, why don't you talk about what the No Name Nationals are about? So the No Name Nationals, a lot of people in here do know what this is. So it's a drag race in Sikeston, Missouri at Jeffers Motorsports Park, September 30th and October 1st. It's being put on by Dallas Brown, who is the owner, president, CEO, everything of AHRA, and John Wilburn. It is an event for YouTube automotive content creators that have 500 or more subscribers. You can go out and just Google No Name Nationals, go to their site, sign up, and it's going to be one hell of an event. It's just going to be the Woodstock of drag racing. It's going to be better than anything anybody will go to all summer to drag race.
Yeah,
and you know, you see some other events that are kind of pushed back stuff. So
right, it's for the channels that might be new that are watching. Like I said, two of the channels that just joined and asked about it today, I reached out to them right away, and some of the things that have gone on that most of us have come here through the channel Uncle Tony's Garage or somebody connected with them. And what happened over the last year or so is that there was some drama that happened between Uncle Tony's Garage and the crews of like Roadkill Garage and Hot Rod magazines. And out of that drama, people kind of pick sides of where they align as far as their builds and stuff like that. So it was kind of between David Freiberger and Steve Dulcich.
Yeah.
They kind of started separating the average guy that was building their cars without a film crew and doing the work themselves and not having a crew paid to do it. John and Dallas were able to come up with this event for individuals that are building their own cars. And it's a great idea. They tried a similar event like this for the Slant 6 Nationals at Sikeston last fall, and it drew a lot of attention. So the No Name Nationals was just an idea, and it's really exploded. Kind of turned it into their own excuse to get out and drag race. And the thing is, the community has grown so much, and just like all of us here, Travis and Jeff, we reach out to help each other find different things. And the community is really drawn together, especially when most recently, we've lost one of the original kind of creators of the No Name Nationals with Jim Bennett passing away last weekend. So it's kind of hit the community, and everybody's drawn together. And nobody has really a dislike towards any one of the manufacturers. It's not a Chevy against Ford or Mopar against everybody else.
Yes,
it's really open to the original muscle cars of the 1960s and 70s, or that era. So yeah, it is going to be the Woodstock. That's why it's kind of referred to as the Woodstock, because it's covering the cars that were around during Woodstock. And
it is. And Kyle made a good point here. So there's a little interesting fact about the area we live in. So like the second largest outdoor music festival of that time frame, other than Woodstock, was about 5 miles from where town I grew up, and it was called the Kickapoo. It was called the Incident, the Rock Festival at Kickapoo or something like that. I'll have to find the name. Kickapoo Rock Festival of all that, but it was like all the big name rock bands were there too. So that kind of gives me some ideas on some stuff, but it is. Nobody is going out there and talking shit. Well, I mean, there might be a few, but every
Yeah.
car is going to be unique. Everything's just going to be fun. You want to win, but in reality, it's everyone's going to win. Everyone's going to lose. Everyone's going to laugh. You know what? Everyone's spending more times in lives, more times building a car, more time doing fun stuff than we're actually going to be at the event. Which is pretty awesome in my opinion.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. It's even with the no name nationals, they're even including the monkey bike races. So I mean, even if you don't have a car, but your channel has 500 subscribers or interested in it, and you're only interested in just zooping up your little $500 monkey bike, Coleman monkey bike, there's still a lot of technology and a lot of things that you can do there on the very cheap end of the budget range, and you don't have to be spending all the big money. And that's another thing that the attraction to the no name nationals is that for the most part, the majority of the guys with cars or trucks, they don't have $1 million into the cars. Some of them are running, equipment that's 50 years old, and they're getting it to work. So it's not like other YouTube YouTube phenomenons out there that are talking about taking junkyard engines and throwing power adders on them and just blowing them up for fun. It's actually about guys taking 40, 50-year-old technology and recreating the heyday of muscle cars, the late 60s and early 70s of, everybody going out after high school or going to their local track and racing. Those days, like I said, they were the heyday. So it's good times that have been forgotten, and to kind of revive that aura. This is
kind of
perfect.
revives the run what you brung theory.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just bring in something, and if there's just going to be such a huge eclectic blend of everything.
Yep.
And some of the cool races, I mean, they don't have to be a fast match race. It doesn't have to be. Look, there's people going to be racing like old motorhomes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike,
yeah,
Senior 340, fellow Illinois certified YouTube mechanics. Yes, we are.
I'm not certified by anybody.
Yep. And speaking, since we just got another joiner here, for you guys that are more into like the history of racing, this gentleman next to me here on the screen has got a Dick Landy Duster, which is kind of neat to see the the old cars that have survived over the years and are being reused 30 years after they were popular. So yeah, it's bring what you brought, whether it be a dually truck, a camper like you're saying, a older stock car like my car is going to be, the whole everything that you want to bring, it's going to work, and you'll be welcome to the group.
Yeah, it's like Mike Mischief's channel. They got those two 80s four-door Fox body style cars. That's going to be cool. It's like the battle. It's like the battle of that. That's going to be cool. It's like I like seeing stuff like that. I'd rather see that than two exact looking cars in an NHRA Pro Stock lineup.
Right.
Yeah. Because everything like that's the same. These are like two friends battling out with two cool cars. The time clock doesn't matter. It's the race that matters.
Right. Well, I get tired of going out to street races because all you get is like Fox bodies, S10s, and Novas and stuff. I mean, that's all you get out there.
Yeah, something that weighs 1,000 pounds less than you do.
Well, I mean, that's one reason I like running Mopars, because I come out there and everybody knows who it is right when I go out there, because I'm the only guy that's out there running them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it really makes them mad when I'm beating them.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing that's coming out of this kind of the drama that's been created, especially with the race between Andy and Tony. You got, a 318 cubic inch LA engine going up against some very modern technology of a Hemi-headed Windsor engine.
Yes.
And
gonna
those
be a
guys
cool
are throwing
race.
money on top of it. So it's from Tony's perspective, it's taking that old equipment and putting, thought process into it to making it fast compared to brand new technology that has been CNC machined and tested on dynos, and to see how far your money actually takes you. You don't have to have deep pockets to go fast.
Absolutely. I contend that
No,
I
you
think
don't.
Tony was
You-
moving a 1,000
you don't-
horse
you-
318 to no name.
Right.
400 horsepower NA, maybe 450, and then I'd spray it with 400 or 500 horsepower, no problem.
Right.
It'll be multiple kits, but who
So
cares?
the neat part about that is I was talking to Andy. Yeah, I was talking to Andy, and it's smart. And Travis and I have had this conversation. It's power to weight. Like
Oh,
Travis
yeah.
and I had a conversation on the phone. We were talking about both our builds, weight, and like we were breaking it down to like horsepower per pound and like that equation. And it's going to be very comparable. And for him and I, it's probably going to come off who's not sleeping at the light or who's getting the traction. And that's going to be
Right.
like Andy and Tony race. That's the fun part about it is you can do the math behind it. But Bear Rose makes a great comment. If you lose, no big deal. You can still run. You don't show
Yep.
up, miss it, and stick it back on the trailer. Exactly.
Yep.
It's just going to be
and
around
when
the
you
clock.
and when you
Travis
register,
beats me, I can go call out. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna make passes until something's glowing red, and then I'm gonna make some more.
yeah.
Well, what I figure is I got a feeling that it's going to be, okay, I have winner of this race. I got a feeling people are going to be doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a kind of elimination.
Levi says,
kind
when's
of
the last time you seen a Laguna S3? Yep. I like Levi here. He says, when's the last time you seen a Laguna S3 pull the front wheels off the ground? Being towed by a tow truck. Last time I saw that.
Right.
So there you go.
Right. Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see.
I believe
I
it's
had
Levi.
one of those in El Camino style.
I believe it's Levi's channel
Yeah,
that's
those are neat
actually
cars.
doing the ramp truck too. So I mean it's not your triple decker $1 million rigs showing up to the racetrack. It's guys like Levi, I believe, that's bringing older ramp trucks from the 1960s, and that's how they're bringing their car to the race. So
I'd love
it's not
to
just
find
the
one of
cars.
those.
It's the tow equipment that's coming in too.
I was trying to get my buddy to bring my Duster there with his 66 Fury wagon, which is I need to do a little video on it, but they were getting ready. The people that had it in Michigan, they were getting ready to junk the car, junk it or demo it, and they ended up. My buddy ended up going up and getting it. I had an opportunity to buy it, and I just didn't. It's 3.5 hours away. I to tow it. To tow something that big is impossible for me. And he bought it, fixed it all up. The interior is like brand new in it, but the outside of the car it's pretty rough, but it's got a really good drivetrain in it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, just recently, just within the last hour
Dude,
or
you have
so,
a great car,
I seen one of the newcomers that's interested in a no-name nationals. He only has like 50 subscribers to his channel. I believe it's called Old School Cars or something like that. Both the individuals are from Oregon, and his very first video is of a Mopar junkyard in Oregon that's got 100 old muscle cars just sitting there rust-free. If you guys have ever visited the West Coast, they don't use salt on the road, so the cars are actually in pristine condition.
I've seen it.
And there's a gold mine of cars out there that wouldn't take a whole lot to get out and drive them anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean that's where I'm from. I'm from Washington State, so yeah, I know how the cars are.
So
we never had to worry about rust.
So here it's like stuff with Cletus Automotive. He's got a great channel. He says, I'm not racing, just going to hang out and be in the car show. This isn't just drag racing. Anybody can come, sign up for the car show, just attend, have fun. And that's the coolest part. Like, I think what we're going to see as this goes on, there's going to be so many people coming that aren't bringing a car, but they hear about it that are other channels, just going to come and hang out. And, you know, I can't
Yeah.
wait to meet a lot of you guys.
Pissed off.
For
you know, it's
for the
gonna be
new
fun.
guys that are for the new guys that are starting these channels too that don't have the subscribers yet, the community of the No Name Nationals will do live episodes like this. And if you're only at 50 subscribers, every single person that tunes into one of these lives, they'll come to your channel, subscribe to get you closer to 500, so you can participate.
Yeah.
So there's 100, I believe, as of today, there was 120 channels that are listed just under No Name National. So if you have decent content or interesting content, you will get 120 subscribers in literally less than 24 hours. So that's exactly what happened to me. If you actually tune on my channel,
you can do it.
Yeah, I only had like 300 subscribers for like a year, and all it took was one mention from UTG. In less than 24 hours, I went to over 1,000 subscribers. So if you're into this, to actually, you know, make a little bit of cash from YouTube, you need that 1,000 subscribers to monetize your channel. So if that's your goal,
yeah,
the best way to get there is actually joining the group of No Name Nationals, because everybody combines together, and it's not just the individual creator against YouTube or, you know, how they ever share it. It's being shared between all of the No Name Nationals participants.
Oh yeah, I mean, my channel was like stuck at like
you make a good point
150.
on that, Tom. You make a
just
really
took
good
off.
Say that again, Jeff.
I think you made a really good point on that. Like, if you participate in these and you don't have hardly any subs, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get, like when Kyle and I started Goose Egg, we had nothing. And the day we had nothing, John Wilburn was my first subscriber because he's put it on. I went ahead and signed Kyle and I up after I talked to him. Bam. And just started going at it. Just make content, put videos out. And everyone that said this is 100% right. Your first videos, if you go back and look at them, they look like shit. But there's a reason why. Because at the time, you don't know what you're doing. And it just keeps building and building and building.
Right. Yeah, and you know, I'm not saying that I'm anywhere close to being, you know, a great channel by any means, because I don't use the technology. I don't edit my videos. Every one of my videos has been recorded with my phone that I'm talking on right now. And the video that I have the highest response to got over 20,000 views in less than a month. And it was a 30-minute video just talking about the hydraulic flat tappet lifters. And so, I mean, such a simple little part on a car.
I watched that one.
The most views.
See, like when I saw yours, it took me a while to put two and two together. Your other name that you go by with Google, you know, and then Tom Muse, you know, Tom. So when I saw your videos, and they're very technical, and you had a whiteboard, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know that guy posts here under this, and he's very technical. That's the other nice part about this. If you need tech advice, reach out to anybody out here. They're not going to steer you the wrong way. You know, they're not going to be like, oh, we're going to make sure he goes slow. No, that's not it.
No,
that's like, Tom, when I asked you about those headers.
Make your own track, buddy.
You were doing, you know, those are for your roundy round cars, but boy, that small block header you had, that would have made a really good start for a turbo header.
Yeah, it's it's especially if you're using a single turbo, you know, if you're trying to
use it with twins.
Yeah, it will work with twins too, but I mean, I can reverse them side to side.
Sure.
And if you're using one large turbo, the headers are the exact same length, even in the orientation that they are. So you can get that turbo off to the side, you know, and it'd work great. I haven't mentioned on any of my videos where I actually work for and you know, stuff like that, because the place that I work for is so
I'll be
busy.
back in a second, guys.
All right, Trav. They
Right.
can't handle any more business. We're basically maxed out. And the only reason why I'm working to this day at the same place is because they need so many. All the customers come in and they don't necessarily know how to get to the point that they want to have. So instead of the owner spending hours and hours and hours trying to explain it to somebody or discussing, the money that's going to cost or whatever, they literally hire me to come in and just do that. So a lot of the stuff I do as a job is just telling people how to achieve their goals, while the owner goes in and runs the machine shop. So it's in our area, we have 5 machine shops just within 15 miles.
Wow.
And our machine shop is the only one that is
I'm
not
gonna-
ready for business. So
I'm going to give 2 shout outs real quick, Tom. 25 by 30. If anybody's not subbed to them, go check them out. LB Bruins and the best name ever, Credence Chrysler Revival. So go check those guys out. And if you're not subbed, please go sub to them. Same with Patrick, Mostly Old Parts and Rust. And all those guys, just go check them out. And Racers and Rods, everybody. If you see somebody on here, go check them out. And here's another name, Tom, and I'll let you talk. Rob Z. This guy is the man to go talk to if you need parts. That's my shot.
Yeah, that's another good point with the community. If you need parts, you can find them. It's basically having somebody in every state across the nation. If they're going to swap meets or anything like that, and you're looking for a specific part, now you have 50 set of eyes looking for that part for you.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun, that is for sure. Buff's Garage.
This is my favorite
got
part of
here.
the evening.
I'm lagging a little bit here.
Oh.
Buff's Garage, our channel is growing fast. Thanks for all the support. Yeah, I mean, I started off with none. I like, you don't have an idea. Like, it's the same with everybody. Like, the support that we've gotten and everybody else has gotten, it's absolutely great. It's absolutely great. And no, Rob Z, I'm not too kind. You took a lot of stress off me. And when that semi pulled in my driveway today, I was like, this is awesome.
Good. Wash your hands.
Yes, we're all friends, Ron. And Ron and I are actually, I think we're the first call-out race for 2023 No Name Nationals. He called me out for 2023. He's putting this Cobra Jet car together, and he wants to race the Tunnel Ram 521. I said, sure, let's do it. Even us diesel guys. He's got some slick trucks, though, man. There's some neat stuff.
Right.
I'm still looking for the Arrow for next year's.
Yeah, again, for some of the newer channels here too, tomorrow night, you'll have to tune in. I believe it's John Wilburn's channel. He's going to be live. Him and Dallas are going to be live with some updates for the No Name Nationals. And one of the announcements tomorrow is going to be about a sponsor. They have picked up a sponsor for the actual No Name Nationals. That could be a big deal. It could open the door to a lot further, further future events of having No Name Nationals. Instead of everybody having to travel, a long distance to get to Sykeston, they might, get more tracks involved where if you want to, race your car and be part of the No Name Nationals group, one of your local tracks might be doing the event. So it's the more the word gets out, the more popular and financially, profitable for the tracks. They're going to start joining in too. It's just like, I'm going to use this analogy. It's, Woodstock, if you go back to the day, how much is a Jimi Hendrix
There's
guitar?
two of me.
There's 2 of me.
And you echo.
I added myself on my phone, so I go in the garage and have a quick smoke.
Oh boy, yeah. So yeah, it's I believe it was Lunar Outlaw Garage I think he was the first individual that actually called this the Woodstock event, and that's so true. It's growing fast. The interest is all over the East Coast. It's obviously all over the Tennessee and Oklahoma area, obviously all over Missouri. Myself being in Wisconsin, I don't believe we've had any interest from anybody in Minnesota yet.
Well, that's where Ryan's from.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's, it's pretty much covering every state at this point, or individuals that are connected with somebody from each state. So it's growing really big. Being its first year, they could only pick one location to even see if it works. And I think it has exceeded even their expectations this early in the game already. Jeff with us yet?
He's coming back.
Yeah, I'm back.
See, look at that.
See, look at that. I was able to go do what I needed to do. Sorry about that.
Jeff,
If I go out in the garage, my Wi-Fi is strong, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say your phone is much
What's that?
much better than your computer. Your phone has better internet than your
I know. I need
computer
to get a
does.
different laptop. That's on the list. I know, it's crazy. Florida in the house. Dude, Mopar, I'm going to be down in Florida in the Panhandle area in July. Normally, I'm either in the Tampa area or over by Ron.
Are you gonna swing by Memphis still, Jeff? Are you still planning on swinging by Memphis?
Yep. So anybody, yes. So anybody like in those areas, I'll like the weeks before that, I plan on doing on that. So I take it Jason says I have a little bit of a lag. That sucks.
The audio doesn't, it's a video.
Yep.
So it's like max headroom.
Pretty much.
Yep. Little greeny and sketchy at moments.
I figured.
Well, Jeff, if you get here like on a Thursday or so, even if Copperhead's not running, we'll go out to the street races on Thursday night.
Nice.
Hang out for a bit.
I might actually switch over to my phone, but I can't see the comments then. So.
Leave your laptop for your comments and replies. But your phone will probably be better for your video.
Yeah, you might want to just like cancel or shut down your camera and your mic on your laptop, and then use your phone to talk.
I'm gonna try to do. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Well, the outage is almost over, so starting Monday, I can really start turning the wrenches on Copperhead.
That's a big block you're putting back in there, right?
No, it's a 360 based 408.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, it going in ain't the big deal. It's just getting the drive line and stuff like that set up for it.
Right.
And then waiting on my other floor plan.
It could be worse, Travis. I ordered a train shield a month and a half ago. It says it won't show up until 7/27.
Wow.
I bet you it doesn't even show up then.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a sec.
The whole reason I went with the 904 trans was so that I could have enough room for the train shield, so I didn't have to cut up the trans tunnel.
Stay in here. Sissy's coming down right now.
Come here.
There we go. That might be a little bit better.
Yeah,
Yes.
that even sounds better.
It
There
does.
we go. So I figured it out. This is my inner nerdery, I guess. I can use my laptop just for comments, video, audio on my phone.
There you go.
Oh, Shop 209 is in the house. So I am actually going to be, my first call out I did on this was Shop 209. And the reason I did that, the only reason I did that was because I'm heavy with a big motor. He's got a smaller motor and a lighter car. It's the power to weight thing we were talking about. So that's going to be fun. I have a feeling it's going to wipe my ass off the track, but you know what? I'm definitely ready for that. It'll be fun. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So Rob Z said, Patrick, who did you order that from? I'm just trying to catch up on comments.
Yeah, I ordered it from Jags. I'm not complaining about the delivery from you guys. It's CSO. It's I think they're having problems getting the carbon fiber stuff.
Well, my oil pan wasn't supposed to ship until like middle of July. And I shopped around, finally found somebody that had one on the shelf. Took me about 3 days, but I found it.
Yeah, I'd have bought a used one if I could find it, but I really want the cert and everything. So
Yeah.
I don't have to recert it. If they say if you send it back for a recert, you might not even get the daggone thing back.
Wow.
And I'm like, screw that. If it shows up, fine. If not, hey, guess what? I've got a trans shield.
Well,
Yeah.
an eighth inch piece of steel will work for a trans shield.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's not certified, but
Right. Well, when you go faster than 1150, it needs to be certed, but
Yeah. Bear Rose, I've been on back order for a rear mainstay on that 312Y block since December, the non-rope
I believe
slice. Yeah.
Wow.
My one friend just got his door panels finally for a 69 Dart Swinger, and he ordered them in August of last year.
Holy cow.
Caltrax and some Dodge Truck Magic.
Yes. And for you guys out there, I know there's a big Mopar community and other stuff out there, and we chat a lot. If you get a chance, go check out Shop 209. This guy does some magical work on Novas. And oddly enough, Shop 209, me and another guy that helps us out with our channel, who's the paint and body guy, we're looking for a Nova because we want to recreate the death-proof Nova.
Oh, sweet.
Because I have that death-proof duck, and I actually got another one, and I'm kind of different. So I'll buy something to build a car around. So Eddie and I already have the duck and the skull and lightning bolt. So we're going to build the car around that. Usually people get a car or an engine. We're going a little bit different, but we're looking for one.
Jeff, the next one you got to do is what's the name? Drive Angry, the Riviera.
Yeah.
That would be a cool build.
That would be. He had a slick Riviera. Eddie had a 66 Riviera that was really nice. He had that Torino you saw, and he just sold both those. So it's like itching to get another car.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard. I think I know some people have been waiting for almost 2 years for a CSR trans shield.
Holy cow!
Like, that's why I figure if I get one on order now, maybe for the 2024 No Name Nationals.
And dude, Mopar makes a good point here. All the engine builders here are bitching up a storm about getting parts and the poor quality. So I got really lucky with my machinist engine builder guy. He grew up with my dad. He's been drag racing everything since the 60s. Been a machinist for a lot of stuff, but mainly car stuff since the 60s. And lo and behold, it was just kind of lucky timing. But it's the same thing. Tough getting parts and junk. I ran into some of that. and I've actually ran into a couple issues. I did a video about that windage tray install. There's a reason why there's a part 2, because what I was told by a manufacturer didn't work. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's very important too if you're the type of person that is starting out with a project that isn't very high performance and you're turning it into something performance. A lot of times the parts are becoming more rare. With the different channels all available, you can see guys that are custom fabricating stuff from scratch.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you got a month or up to a year or more waiting for parts. Well, if you're a fabricator, if you know how to weld, if you can do that stuff, you can make the part. And if you got questions about it, there's guys here that are obviously welders. There's guys here that are electricians, and all of them can give a little bit of direction on what you could do for a different option.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the factory equipment can be modified using the original components. And that's, even if you've got an engine that's, blown a piston or whatever, using original pistons from another engine can be done. Most people think they got to go out and get a brand new set of pistons. That's not the case. Once you get a good set, you can use them.
Right, and sometimes you can use pistons from a completely different engine.
Right.
Because they'll work. You might not be able to get the pistons for your engine, but there's other engines that have the same piston and skirt size and pin size you can use.
Right.
You can do your research.
So I did get lucky. Obviously, that 68 Thunderbird wasn't a very popular body style, right? And when you go looking at parts for that, it's like you're going to find Jimmy Hoffa before you find parts for that car.
Yeah.
However, I made a video early on, and it's a shitty video when I look back at it, but I talk about get your parts manuals, right? And I opened that up, and in the not the parts manual, the service manual, it talks about referencing to like a Galaxy or whatever. So when I started looking at parts for that, I was able to find parts. Like I went with tubular adjustable suspension in the rear. They don't make it for that car. It's the same as the Galaxy. I was good to go.
Yep.
Right.
Hi, fellas.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going on?
Oh, I'm late.
I went
as
GTO for my
usual.
science project, yes.
He just snuck in here, didn't he?
He did. And if anybody's trying to join, and I have the link out there, this is my first live, just yell at me or put a comment in there and be like, dude, check your shit. And Dust Devil's in the house. But yeah, what is nice about this is there's always people out here to ask, if you got questions on, and everything's unique. Like I would have never thought about doing what Ken here from Tall Garage does with the added taking LS heads for, an inline 6 motor. Absolutely cool shit, right? Like now it's got me thinking on some stuff.
I'm just to see that run. I got to see that run.
Man, speaking of that, I had a little setback today. I just came from my machinist guy that's helping me on this project, and he may have accidentally cut the heads. They're too short now, so
Cut them again.
So yeah, right. So the plan is I'm gonna get another set and cut them both long, and then I'll have two heads. So yeah, it happens. He was kicking himself pretty hard about it, but I was like, this isn't like this is by the numbers, dude. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants on here. It happens. So.
Well, the good thing is LS heads are cheap and plentiful.
Exactly. That's what I told him. He's like, he was all worried I spent a lot of money on them heads. I'm like, bro, I spent $50 on them heads. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to say I want to say something to Steph with Cletus real quick. He said he had to cut the windage tray on the LS so I could fit the shallow pan. So my problem was I have a stroker crank in there, and I wanted to run a stock pan. Well, I had called a reputable company and said, "Here's my build. Here's what I need." They're like, "Buy this. We'll send it to you." So I did, and hold on one second. What's up, Jeffrey? So this is my son. He is going to be building a vehicle one day, but he just got back from his sports stuff. But so I ordered this, and we go to fit it. Looks great. Nothing works right. We built those custom stands. Doesn't fit the pan. Did all this measuring just to find out it's not going to work. And what I ended up having to do, and I haven't made a video on it yet, but just to kind of be a spoiler, I had to get a whole completely different pan that has a windage tray style thing custom built into it.
Yeah.
So once again, if you can find parts, sometimes it's not the right parts and they're just trying to sell you stuff to make the money.
Right.
Well,
I feel for you on that one, Cletus.
I bought a windage tray straight from Mopar. Showed up in a Mopar box, and inside of it was in a Mopar bag. Definitely a Mopar, brand new one. This was 4 years ago. Get the windage tray. Of course, it comes with the bolts for a small block. Change the bolts, put everything in, shimmed it down like it was supposed to be, and it was made so wrong that it would twist it, and when it twisted it, it would pull one corner in, and the way the edge was rolled, it would pull the corner in, and my stock 318 rods would clip it.
Holy
Wow.
So I thought something was the matter with the engine, so I tore it back apart and finally saw this. It was just a tiny little mark and make this horrendous noise, and had to re-roll the edges and ended up cutting it apart and I actually dug out my 340 original 72 340 windage tray, got it out and said, started comparing, and it's like, this thing is so off. So I had to completely rework it. I should have just dug out the 340 one to begin with, but it's a junk 318. I didn't want to spend that I didn't want to use good parts on it.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, I mean, it is absolutely right now. It's kind of a shit show for a lot of us. I mean, I picked the wrong time to be venturing into learning about big block Fords. If I had hair, I would pull it out.
Well, I could have told you that, Jeff. My brother was playing with that stuff back in the early 90s, and he got out of it real quick.
Yeah, it's this will be one of I don't know. I say this is going to be my last one of these, but I keep on hearing about this Cleveland stuff. I wouldn't mind venturing into one day, but I have to get back to my Mopar stuff. I think if I don't, my dad would absolutely murder me. So that's going to be fun getting back into that.
Yeah, there's plenty of Ford guys out there to do that for you.
Oh, Jeff, that's kind of funny because my dad's a Chevy guy, hardcore. Didn't want me to park Mopar in his driveway. That's how bad it was. And he always asked me, he says, "So, do you like spending money or what?"
I tell you what was neat though was my dad was always a Mopar guy, and I had a Dart, and my mom had a really nice 65 Dart convertible. And I showed up one day and I had a 71 Chevy truck with a big block, aluminum heads, huge cam, loud exhaust, low gear. And it was actually a vehicle that my mom didn't mind because she could just take that thing to go get mulch, rock, whatever, plants, and just fill that bed because it was a long bed. And it was actually a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That truck would just fry the tires too. It was a good time. But I got to get back to my Mopars. So, I've got a 70 Dart. There's some other things trying to find. And thanks, Buff. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I like the old school Mopar stuff. It's like a lot of talks going on with traction on leaf spring stuff. I really like just the simplistic old school stuff of that. The 90-10 shocks, the 6-cylinder torsion bars, all that stuff. And it's what I grew up on. And have a good time with it. Now, that being said, Patrick, I need to physically see your car in person, just to see it.
If you're going down to Florida and you're going to stop in Tennessee on the way down, you can stop here on the way back.
That'll work. I'll get a hold of you then. It's going to be last week of July, first week of August, somewhere in there.
I'm sure I'll be around here. That's the hot part of the year.
Yeah, that's the nice part of the year. Don English, jump on in.
Yeah, go for it, Don.
Street Fox
I'm gonna take off,
347.
guys. I'm gonna take off, guys. I got the kids annoying me here, so I got to get attention. So Don, go ahead and take my spot here. Catch you guys later.
Thanks for popping in, Tom. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Tom, take it easy.
See you guys later.
I'm trying to get my phone in a not jacked up spot. There we go. Maybe
It's
that's
getting better, Jeff. You keep moving it, it keeps getting better.
I know, but it's just like,
Well, like
I
said,
can't see.
The audio is just so much better on your phone.
Is.
Yeah. And I'm using the same headset too, which is crazy.
It is. Is it Bluetooth? No, it's got a cord on it, right?
It's Bluetooth. No, it's Jabra.
It's so much clearer.
So here's a good one. What's the most unique build for the No Name Nationals, in my opinion? So I'm weird. I'm weird with cars and stuff. I think just there's a lot right now. In my opinion, probably one of the more unique style stuff. Man, that's a really, really tough one, because you can sit there and be like, well, you got a guy named Outfits Garage building a vintage style circle track car. Tom Muse is taking the same thing, lightening it up. You got Uncle Tony with a lightweight car that's going to use all old school tricks. I'm not bragging about my car, but who in the hell is going to take a 4,000-pound 68 Thunderbird and put a big block stroker motor on the tunnel ramp? I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff.
But just got to switch that over into a Mopar.
Ken. Ken's doing something crazy. There's a lot of them. Destroyer 1320. What's going on, man?
Oh, hey, 1320.
I know. Look at that. That guy's got some cool stuff going on.
Now you guys feel like a big dog. He came to your live.
Hey, you know what? This is my first live. It was spur of the moment. Dr. Art reached out to me, and I'm like, if I get 2 people on here, that'd be great, because then I wouldn't be talking to myself. That's my tip of the day.
What are we averaging here? 31. That's pretty good.
That's really good for your first live, dude.
It's not too bad. And what's really neat is, like, I'm an outdoors person, and I have this really cool backyard. So I work from home, and I got really sick of that really fast. And I don't like being inside. So I built like this outdoor cantina, and I back up to the woods, and I got like Wi-Fi, surround sound, put a big outdoor monitor. So that's what you'll be seeing me in the summertime. I hate being
that'd be
inside.
cool.
If you hate being inside, you could have been me this afternoon. I spent about 4 hours down in the well pit.
No shit.
Ooh.
Yep. Took off at noon, rounded up all the parts. We come home last night to the sound of running water. That's never good.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm on a well out here too, and that's the worst thing. When the power goes out, you have no water.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So we come home, and I have a well pit that's actually underneath the house now, and so there was about 4.5 inches of water in it, but so thankfully it was draining. But
yeah,
no water for about I turned water on less than an hour ago, so got home at about 4:30 and jumped in the hole.
Yeah. So I have I live out in the country, and I have a septic system, right? But I live around part of the Kickapoo River system, and it's kind of a low-lying area. And there's like this tillage system around my foundation and yard, and it pulls water in. And my septic goes into like a sand filter, and all the clean water gets into this big discharge, And in there is 2 big pumps, and that pumps water out to a different area. And I rebuilt all that because it had failed at one point. Well, long story short, I didn't know the breaker had tripped on it. And there's a way I know, because my daughter's basement, her, I don't know what you want to call it, her bathroom just won't want to drain really well. And I noticed that the other day. So now I got to figure out how to figure, what I'm going to do, Patrick, is like there's an outdoor outlet that's got a cover. I'm going to make it bigger, and I'm going to put a light bulb plug in on that. So if that light's on, I know it's working.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you could even do that if you wanted to come off the breaker and do it.
Yeah.
You come directly off the breaker and just put a light on it.
So yeah, it's interesting, you know, living out in a rural area.
My septic tank doesn't have anything like that. It's a big concrete box.
Yeah, so I
with a
moved
French
here.
drain underneath it, right?
With what?
With a French drain underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Big box with a French drain. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then it drains, 200 yards out into the creek.
So I moved here on my 40th birthday in 2019, right? And the people before me had done all the expensive stuff to a house, but it was just really dated, which was fine because I got a really good deal on it. And so 2020 hits and all that stuff. So I had the time to redo the house inside and all that. But Patrick, the septic system and how they did it, what they put in here was just insane. You know, I couldn't believe it. But
let's say here in the county I live in, we have inspections, but a county over from me, one county that butts up against my county, you can't even put a septic in yourself. The other county that butts up against me, there is no inspection.
Yeah.
If you want to put one in, man, my one buddy bought some big box and cut a hole in it and of course, he's got equipment, but he got a backhoe and bobcat.
Sorry, Don.
You got me between the sets of doors. I'm looking in. I can't get out. And
I know. My phone was covering up that part. But real quick, Destroyer 1320 is looking for a 70s Mopar. I don't know where you're at, but I'm in Illinois, and a friend of mine up in Rockford, Illinois, has this like huge old dealership full of cars and parts. Somehow get a hold of me. I'm on Instagram. I can get you in touch with this guy. He's got all kinds of stuff. In fact, I'm going up there tomorrow.
Well, Destroyer, I think, still has my email address. If he wants to email me, I'll shoot him your phone number, Jeff.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
A minute ago, Uncle Tony was in here, but you weren't reading the chat.
Oh, I said it's lagged. What'd he say?
He just stopped in to congratulate you on your live, and he had to go.
Oh, you know what? If he's still listening, I'm sorry. This is new to me, and I'm looking at all the stuff off to the side, and
I'm over here yelling at you in the chat, and it's like, Jeff.
Well, if you know him and get a hold of him, tell him I apologize, because like there's so much going on this screen.
Oh no, he's way above my status. I did meet him at Carlisle last year, though. He's really cool. He's like you see in the videos. He's down there.
Yeah, I met him at his shop one time. Went up there, seen the Junkyard Jet guys, and I met him for like 15 seconds. He was like, "Hi, how's it going?" And he was gone.
Hey, look, Ruben's in the house. So, yes, it is my first live. Thank you. This guy's got always a bunch of cool videos going on. Big Mopar guy, and he's been helping a lot of people out. Helping get subs, create content. I appreciate that about this guy. Like when I first came in, he had commented on a couple stuff, gave me some advice, and it's like, that's awesome. This guy's cool. He's got a cool Roadrunner orange. He's got a Challenger, and he just makes some cool content. Everyone out here makes cool content, but it's just like, it's always a lot of fun.
Another Roadrunner. I've seen Roadrunners everywhere lately. It's like everybody got one now. It's like, man, where they all?
I don't have one. I've been wanting one since I was a kid.
Yeah. My neighbor up the road had a '69 Roadrunner growing up, and it was fine and dandy until my buddy bounced it off a bridge.
Ooh.
Okay, I want to tell this real quick story about the Roadrunner that I have. In 1974, my brother's really good friend, his parents bought him a Roadrunner that was sold new here in my hometown. Sold new. He had it. Drove it till he graduated high school. Drove it through 4 years of engineering school at Purdue University, and then he sold it back to the original person that bought it. It gets T-boned. It gets totaled. The last time I saw it, the car had the whole passenger side quarter panel caved in, and they said that the car was totaled. That car sits. That was the green Roadrunner in my video. I went and tracked that car down. I found out in 2009 that the car got wrecked in 1980. I found out in 2009 that the car had survived. It took me a year to track down who had it, and once I tracked it down, I went out and bought it.
Nice. Real quick, I had this made. I'm gonna have more of them made, but Check it out.
That's awesome. Please tell me.
Make more. I'll buy one.
Gray.
Oh, hell yeah. I like it.
Jeff, you make some more. I'll buy them.
Okay.
I'll buy one. I'll definitely buy one.
Got that in today.
Are they all black, or do you got choice?
I can get anything. Thanks, William Sanders. But yeah, I can get any color I want.
Well,
and I did get. I can get white, black. I can get whatever. And I did just because to get a bunch. I'm bringing a ton of. Well, there's my phone. Of these to the No Name Nationals, and I just give these. I just give these away if people want them.
Yeah, I'll be needing 2 of those at least.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm ordering my stickers this week on payday. So
I got my business cards in the mail. They're all right.
I used Sticker Mule. They're a little bit pricey, but their quality is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks, LB. Yeah, $35 for the copyright. I actually drew that. So I have original Woodstock tickets. Let me go see if I can find them real quick while I'm still on the headset real quick. But yeah, that I drew that up because I used to do a lot of artwork. And let's see if I can find these.
Real quick, while Jeff's looking, Destroyer, if you're looking for a Mopar, I know a guy that's got a 66 Charger with a blown Hemi in it for $35K. If you'd be interested in something like that. It's cheap.
Only $35K, yes.
It's
only $35K.
That's what I tell
people. It's worth it.
I tell people that's not an only sign, that's a dollar sign.
See, Travis, your dad's right, man. You like spending money.
Yeah.
Check these out. So here's an original 3-day ticket.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all kind of tore up, but it's.
Where did you find that?
It's a long story, man.
Were
Here's
you
one.
conceived at Woodstock?
No, I was born 10 years later.
Okay.
And I got the Friday
maybe
one.
Dad snuck you in the sack or something.
Yeah, no kidding, right? But yeah, pretty neat. I like music and I like cars, and you know, it's really weird because if you look at the '60s culture, there was like an opposite end of the spectrum. You have like the clean NASA Apollo stuff going on, and then the grungy muscle car classic rock stuff. But I like both of them. Like I took my son to NASA because I absolutely love the Apollo program and all that type of stuff. But I like the other side of it too. So it's like these. I'm not going to use Muscle City Madness this thing, but it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Well, free love in the '60s and free love now is entirely 2 different things.
Yes.
I don't know why that's funny.
Yes. But it's kind of neat, you know.
Today's society is just what they missed out on 50, 40, 30 years ago is just they'll never get it.
No.
I mean, I lived through the analog into the digital, so I've seen quite a bit of the technology. So what sucks about my uncle, he's a generation above me, and he's old school. He's 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
And so
I am a yeah.
All that analog knowledge is going to be lost.
You know what's funny is like I've always been one of those people that I just like I like to pay attention to things, be kind of overly observant, you know. But like listen to my dad talk about what was going on in the '60s. You know, he grew up in with the cars and everything else. It sounded like a whole lot of fun. You know, it sounded like a whole lot of fun. And to think that, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old 20s had these badass cars that we all want. You know?
Yeah, and they're also the ones that let them sit out in the field and rust into nothing. Don't forget that.
Yes.
They were
like that.
Back then.
My dad says
up,
all the time that they were throwaway cars. You didn't care about them. You drove the piss out of the weekend. You blew it up. You scrapped it. You went and bought another one. Like all the cars everybody's falling over now are only expensive, okay, because they weren't worth shit.
Well, see, like my a buddy of mine, he passed a few years ago. He bought a '68 Roadrunner with a 4-speed 440 car, and he raced it and raced it and raced it. And then 70, took it back up to the dealership, and they said, "Hey, so we'll give you what was it? It was almost asking price for the Roadrunner if he would buy a Daytona,
Yeah.
a wing car, because nobody wanted the wing car."
Yeah, I
My
was
dad
just
told me the
going to
same
say
thing.
that. I was just going to say that. People say all the time they couldn't get them off the lot. There are two of them on a lot, I think, near either Dallas or Tony. One of them said it. If they
Thanks,
were on the
CCR.
lot, they couldn't get rid of them. They sat there for 2 years, brand new. No one
Heck,
My
wanted
dad
them.
told me the same thing. Like in '69, he bought a Dart Swinger, and like a year later, same place had a white Hemi Daytona. And there's, and like the area that I grew up in here, well, where I work in, where my dad grew up in, now it's like 150,000 people. Back then, it was probably 50,000. And you sit there to think there was a Hemi Daytona there, and then years later, you saw a green one. And we had a junkyard, and there was a shell of a car. And I remember super young when I was learning all this stuff, there was actually a Daytona in a junkyard here, and it was right next to a tree, all smashed up. I mean, picked apart. There was nothing left on it, but
Right.
it was a Daytona.
But yeah, like I get kind of mad at some of these old timers thinking their stuff's worth gold. It's like your generation is the one that trashed them all, and now you're the ones asking for all the money.
Well, it's like the guy. Since I've been in Memphis, and I got to Memphis in like '96, there's been a '69 Roadrunner at a storage unit, storage lot, sitting there. And I went in and asked him, and the woman says, "No, the guy doesn't want to sell it." And it's just sitting there. Tires are flat, rusting away. It hadn't moved in 20 some odd years.
Yeah. And I still see cars like that. I know where there's a '70 Challenger white TA sitting, and it's got the numbers matching motor, 4-speed, and it's so has the the fiberglass hood that's got the factory bend that's not completely straight. And it was a one-owner car. Their sons have it now, and they're always been arguing for decades. And the car's just sitting. It's like, get that car out.
I had an opportunity once to buy a '70 TA Panther Pink 4-speed.
That comment hurt.
None of the engine or trans stuff, none of the numbers matched on it, but it was like original paint, running and driving. It was $4,000 in like 1991.
Yeah.
Oh, how I wish I would have bought it.
You need to highlight that Dutch guy's garage.
Yes, I saw that.
If that's true, I died a little inside. Like,
oh, I guarantee you, people derbied them. They converted a bunch of the birds back into Roadrunners in the nose and just left the wing on them because they couldn't fill the holes in the quarter panels.
Oh my God, what is wrong with people? Jesus.
Well, I mean, you think about it, you look at stuff that's collectible now. Some of the bigger barge cars of the early '70s that are becoming more collectible. Look how many of those were in derbies.
Still are.
A massive Chrysler 300 or some of those cool ass old station wagons,
Yeah.
And now it's like they're gone.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle and I, we built a couple derby cars. I think we had more fun with them, not on the derby course, but out in the country and having people chase us because we were doing stupid shit. But you just find the biggest, bulkiest car you could ever find. And Mike, I never thought a Mercury Zephyr would be desirable. My dad's mom, I remember as a kid, had like a Ford Fairmont, and you saw those cars everywhere, and now you don't. And there's a couple you see on YouTube, and they have LSs in them or a real hot 302. And if you think about it, it's a hell of a platform. Small, lightweight, boxy, and you can put a V8 in it.
Well, yeah. The thing is people realized when this came out, they didn't realize it was the same as the Fox Body Mustang. Once people realize that, they're like, well, where'd they all go? I want to get one.
Well, that's the Fairmont, too. The Fairmont, the sloppy tax on Fairmont. Once sloppy mechanics started building them, price is shot to the freaking moon.
He's doing the 7th one now.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for it. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. But I wonder how many cool cars Barrow's like crushed with his monster trucks. Like
so okay. Here's what's funny is I loved monster trucks going up. And when my son was super young, I bought some vintage monster truck, whatever video compilation from the 80s. I can't watch it because I'd be watching it with him. It's like, oh, there's a '69 Dart. Oh, that's a '70 Torino. And it's like,
No, but you know what?
Yeah.
At the time, they weren't worth shit.
You're gonna be in. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I mean, that's like watching
Hi.
some of the old movies where they just tear up a bunch of cars.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can't. I literally cannot watch the first Gone in 60 Seconds. It's like, no, I just
Oh,
can't.
I
What,
know.
you guys don't like Blues Brothers?
Oh,
Yeah.
blue.
Well,
Oh,
there-
Oh,
they-
there's
yeah.
a
they
big cars,
killed
that's
a
different.
bunch.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me get that in there for you, Ruben. I'm, I let me get this in there if anybody wants to hop in here.
I'm
No,
expecting,
it's crazy.
I'm expecting Wilburn in the next 10 minutes. He's been stalking me lately. It makes me wonder.
Well, he was in here for a minute earlier.
Oh, it must have been before I got here. I didn't see him.
Wilburn was in here.
He made he said hi. I think he said congratulations on your first post or first live.
Well, Uncle Tony was in there about 10 minutes.
So I didn't even see it because my chat is like so lagged and it just starts going through, and
Right.
I don't get to
Jeff, are you
see
looking at the
everything.
chat on StreamYard
I'm looking-
or YouTube?
I'm looking at it on StreamYard.
Okay, I'll say.
But yeah,
Yep, that must
Well,
be your
mine-
connection then, because mine seems pretty good. I've got StreamYard on this one, and then I've got YouTube up above I've got 3 monitors here. It's my work setup. I figured I better do something with it.
Well, this is an older laptop. Like I got my work laptop, but I can't use that for this.
Sure, I
but
understand.
unfortunately, I can't. So sorry, Ruben. If you want, I'll pop that in here real quick.
Hey, real quick, Destroyer, you gonna try and come
Thanks.
to the No Name Nationals?
You know, if Wilburn does jump in here, I'm curious as to how many people.
Thanks,
actually registered.
Destroyer. Yeah. Somebody had asked earlier, where's the list of them? I don't know
I don't think it's
exactly where
public,
the
is it?
list is. I don't think it's public yet.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What is going on, Ruben?
Yeah, Ruben.
How you doing,
Congrats,
man? Thank you.
Sorry if there's an echo. I'm in the pooper.
Nothing wrong with that. Oh, hey, I got
just wanted to pop in and say hi, dude.
I got a
You're
surprise
live.
for you real quick. Hold that thought, man. I got a surprise for you. You're going to know what this is when I show you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Ruben's
sir.
just pooping in.
he's trying.
He's just
He's trying not to hold that thought.
Ruben. You know what these are, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. we were talking about something funny the other night. So those I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's a Hunter S. Thompson off one of his books.
Nope.
I need to watch that. Like I've been
Oh,
putting that
dude.
off for
Oh, that's
years.
I
Like,
have to be
it's a
careful
cult
when I watch that
classic.
movie because I have to get highly intoxicated during it, and then I'm on like a 4-day binger. I'm in a hotel room that has 2 feet of water in it. I've got a lizard tail attached to me. It's just nuts.
It's nuts. And the guy is like, he was nuts in real life. I've read a lot of his books.
Yeah.
He led a very
Yeah, I read a lot of his
controversial
books,
life.
too.
But,
Yeah.
you know, I do a lot of, you know, odd stuff just to embarrass people. I got a billion costumes, and I am not afraid to be one of those people that just gets weird. So I actually took my daughter, my family, and one of her friends to French Quarter, New Orleans. And I actually dressed up like the guy from that movie and was just, you know, crawling through the night of the French Quarter. And if
Yeah.
you've ever been in the French Quarter, it's weird, but you can make it
Yeah.
even weirder.
You know what's
So-
weird? Talking to you guys from the pooper. So I just wanted to say congrats on your first live, man. You got 30 people in here.
Yeah.
My first live had 1 guy for 3 days. So you're doing a rocking job, buddy.
Yep. Thank you.
And I'll let you guys go because this is a little.
Thanks, Ruben. I appreciate it. Thanks for pooping
Hey,
in.
Ruben.
All right. I love it. All right, guys. Later.
Thanks for pooping.
Later, Ruben.
Patrick, I'm pulling away in sub count, man. Like,
Hey, and there's another guy in here, Roadkill Customs. This guy, he does like podcast stuff. I met him out at World of Wheels. He does a lot of stuff with Pole Barn Garage. Super, super cool guy. He knows his stuff, and he puts out a lot of neat stuff. So go check him out. He is very knowledgeable and does a lot of cool stuff.
hey, does anybody know why the Junkyard Jet guys aren't like making videos on what they're doing? Like, I'm kind of bummed out. I was like enjoying watching their build, and
They're They're almost done with the floors in it. Austin was putting together the brakes the other day.
Thanks, racers and rods.
Let's see what else. The first startup is supposed to be the end of next month. Because I talk to Austin all the time on text.
Well, like I would love to see some video. Like, okay, I know they do some, but like they're getting like rare and few in between.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking the same thing, and it's like if they're going to get a channel, they're going to get it. They're going to get their subs quick.
It's gonna be a it's gonna be Al all over again. It's gonna be like that, you know. So like they don't gotta worry, but like still, I like watching their content, you know. And it's kind of a drag that they kind of taking a back seat for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll let Austin know, and I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of pull, but he can talk to Tony and say, hey, we need to get some more videos out of us because people are wanting to see it.
What's going on, Ryan? Ryan's got a cool video out, not to interrupt, but Ryan's got a cool video of a 440, one of a real 440 73 Charger that he just sold, which are rare. And I just looked at recently a 72 factory 440 car.
Yeah, I seen him go live for the first time. Last night, I think.
Yeah, I was over there last night. Wilburn followed me. That's why I'm saying I'm going to have to give him hell. He's late.
Unfinished project. This guy is always the first guy to comment on my videos. It's awesome because it's like I'll have this little icon pop up on my phone. It's like YouTube Studio. I already know what it is. It's Shark, and I always reply with some other crazy emoji.
And if it's not, you're disappointed.
I know. It's like one of these times he's not going to be, and I'm going to be like, dude, you're not. You're losing it, man.
Yes, you are number one, but you don't have to be number one.
You don't. Look at this guy. There he is.
What's crack-a-lacking, brothers?
Just another day in the world, man.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I'm out of the shop and winding down after a good day of good times.
That's what I'm talking about.
It is. I didn't do a whole lot today. Just worked and decided. Ron, Dr. Art said, "Hey, do a live," and I figured it out. So I said, "You know what? Screw it. Let's go for it."
Hey, man, you did a nice job on the tape and the graphics vid. That worked. That was pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
So here's what's. Cool. I should have started YouTube a long time ago because I self-taught myself on a lot of neat stuff, and one of them is how to do lace paint. And I'm gonna start doing that again. I'm not gonna lace this, but I'm gonna get a good airbrush and I'm gonna show a tutorial. I'm literally gonna do a video at the old lady's tapestry store. What do you want to call it? What's that? Joan of Arc Fabrics or Jones Fabrics? I don't know. Picking shit out, right?
Go to grandma's house and get her curtains, man.
Yeah, and do it and then do that. So. Rich GT350R, thanks for joining, man. Another Ford guy in the house, so that's a good. We have to make sure all you Mopar guys are being kept in line just a little bit.
You know, I like a Ford as long as it has a Chevy under the hood.
Okay, so this is not. Hey, there's Thumper. This is not car related, but it kind of is. So I get my shit through my stickers through Sticker Mule, right? And I don't know why, but they sent me this thing and it says, you got a second, share a pic of the first thing you tried with your mule sauce. So they have their own hot sauce, right? And mention it at Sticker Mule on Instagram. I need some really screwed up ideas to tag them on.
That should be easy for you.
It should be, but like, I mean, what would you guys want to see? Like, I don't know.
Feed it to a dog.
A mule with its ass on fire because of shit car.
Yeah.
You should send it to me and I'll just drink it.
Okay, you know what? That would be a good one.
That's a video. I want to watch that live.
I've already done a couple of the next weekend. My wife will go live from my niece's house, and I'm going to do another one chip challenge.
Nice.
The one chip challenge. Tell me more.
Oh, they send you this little chip. It's like $25. It comes in a little foil bag, and when it shows up, you're like supposed to put gloves on and stuff and be real careful with it. Man, I ripped the bag open, popped it in my mouth, and ate it. And it was Carolina Reaper on it. and it wasn't that bad. If you can go an hour without eating or drinking, you're supposed to be, you know,
A success. Yeah,
a
good luck.
success.
So I grow like
That's what I'm
20
saying.
different.
Good luck with that.
I grow like 20 different variants of hot peppers, and I make my own hot sauce and all kinds of rubs with it and stuff. And I
You
took
are a
one
man
of
of
those ghost
many
peppers and
talents.
Carolina Reapers and
Jesus.
ate one. I get bored easily, and I can't sit still. That's the problem. I've been like this since I was a kid.
So Jeff, you
But
have any
I, you know
Caribbean
what, when
Reds?
yeah,
You do?
the Caribbean Reds are like really popular to grow around here.
Oh man, those are
What's
some
really
of
hard
my
to grow around
favorite.
here just because of, so I tried the Carolina Reaper and I tried a ghost pepper back to back. Worst mistake in my life. And you try the milk thing. That milk like hit my stomach and curdled like cottage cheese and just came flying right back up. It was so painful.
Wow, hopefully it brought everything with it.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, but
it was
you don't
bad.
want to throw up something that's hot.
No, because it
Yeah,
just
that
burns
sounds
even worse.
bad. That sounds bad.
What's
Yeah.
that? Do not induce vomiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all are giving me heartburn just talking about it. Okay.
Oh man.
Barrows, I think I'm going with your idea. I'm going to use it as burnout juice with the flamethrowers.
That'll work. That'll be awesome.
Makes you wonder what color flame that'll burn with.
Oh, I know. 2X, who should I save next? That's a good question, Thumper. I think it's a good question, man.
I'd like to see a list of all these people going to No Name. I know we got this little group community here,
Thanks, Ron.
30 people, but there's got to be other, pods. There's going to be people show up that we didn't even know.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's like, I mean, there might be, but like if they know about the No Name, they know about the community. So like,
and people don't come out and play. I mean,
so yeah,
I'd rather do this than watch TV. You can't interact with TV.
So I don't even watch TV. There's just too much like what I consider mind melting, agenda driven bullshit on it.
I watch TV from the 90s. Like I've been binge watching Deep Space Nine. So like,
I can dig that. I used to watch that. I used to watch that when
yeah, so did I. Right. So like new TV is kind of lame.
Yeah. Commander Tuvok was on a show, ESI or some show the other night. He's like, "Yeah, that's Star Trek 9. That's Tuvok."
Yeah, he's still getting gigs.
Yeah, I've been watching The Family Guy because I feel like being offended by everything.
I mean, things. I watch you guys on YouTube, and then I have to watch Hallmark with my wife.
Well, you gotta keep the little lady happy,
Do you know what I like watching? Like if I watch, like when I was a kid, this is how strange I grew up. I would watch Fraggle Rock and Night Court.
Oh, Night Court was awesome.
Night Court was awesome.
Hey, that's a good idea. Thumper, do a Scott Speed Shop one. That would be good.
Hey, speaking of old Jed, did he ever get my email? I think my emails aren't sending. I've been having problems, and I'm pretty sure that my email never got to him.
Danny Boyd's right. Don't like the TV telling you who to vote for.
Yep, I don't even. I can't even get regular TV right now. We turned off our satellite dish from. We were watching too little of it, so.
I just watched so little of it, and it was great watching those old shows. I mean, I remember as a little kid, everything was still a lot of syndicate stuff, and some of the TV shows remind you of like grandparents. Like you'd see a rerun of All in the Family. It's like, yep, that's my grandpa. And it was
Sanford and Son. My grandfather loved Sanford and Son.
Yes.
As a kid, I remember Channel 3, 5, regular 7.
Yep.
We're talking about old TV now. Oof.
Yeah.
I remember our first TV was 2 through 13, and it was a push button.
I remember the one that had the clicker on it was a big. We always had big console TVs, and guess who the remote control was?
Oh yeah,
you were.
Yep.
So Rob says Night Court had reruns on the air night. I absolutely love Night Court. My favorite character on that was Mac.
I
He
mean, I
was
like. Man, Columbo is good. You can't beat Columbo. You know.
Danny Boyd says I only like old movies. Same. Like I have a whole thing of DVDs I like watching that are older ones. Some newer movies, some of them I can get into. I'm not really big into CGI or all the high tech shit. Like Star Wars, everything new is ruined to me. I like the old original ones because some of the simplistic stuff just added to the story. The story made it, not all the bullshit going on in the background.
I have no idea, Dust Devil. I haven't even watched it yet. Like subtitles, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'll have to get on that though. Thanks for reminding me.
You got me stuck on Night Court.
Dude, it was great. John Larroquette and his sleazy character he had, Roz. I mean, it was
Dan Fielding.
They couldn't do a show like that anymore.
Oh no.
No.
Oh wait, who
Well,
said
it's like
Night
Sanford and
Stalker?
Son. They couldn't do that.
Somebody said Night Stalker. I love Kochak the Night Stalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that show.
What about oh man, there was another Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Cheers is good.
Cheers is awesome.
Warm.
A Few Dollars More, that's a great movie. But here we go. Buff's Garage says Hal Needham movies. Hal Needham did the greatest movies of all time. He did Cannonball Run, like Smokey and the Bandit, all those great car cheesy movies that were just badass.
Yeah.
No doubt.
High Plains Drifter is one of my favorite one. So Mopar Nut, here's something funny about High Plains Drifter. High Plains Drifter, the town was called Lagos, like Welcome to Hell, and there's a seasoning I make that's super hot with the hot peppers that I smoke dry, and it's called Lagos. And nobody knows why. And when they try it, it's super freaking hot. And I tell them the name. I tell them Google it, and it's Welcome to Hell.
And they paint. Is that where they paint the town red?
Yes. Marquee Post. Yep. That's all you gotta say about that one.
That's back when the Karen haircut was cool.
Burt Reynolds dressed up as a chicken. Yes, that was another good one. He drove a Ford Thunderbird in that, a red one. He was also in a, I can't even think of the name of that movie. He was in the stuntman movie Hooper.
Hooper, yeah.
Which was, what
That
was
was
the, what was the,
It was Jan Michael Vincent was in Hooper.
yeah, he was their stuntman, but what was the one where he was the NASCAR driver with the chicken?
Dom DeLuise.
And the red Thunderbird.
Yeah. Shit. I should know this. Lonnie Anderson was in it too.
Yeah. Stroker Ace.
Stroker
Was
Ace.
born to race.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pale Rider was filmed. Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So I don't know. You guys would probably know this, but Cannonball Run was not the first Cannonball movie. There was one called Cannonball, and it was David Carradine, and it was like an action film, and the bad guy drove a black Charger.
Yep.
That was a great flick.
That was
Roadkill. Did you paint all that in the background?
No, man. A buddy of mine did. He's a longtime train car tagger.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I got no artistic skills. But yeah, he painted all that stuff.
Nice.
Looks like the bird's gonna get me, man.
That's actually really cool.
That is a nice bird. That's pretty.
Yeah. So it's funny, like the company I work for is just way too serious. I'll just put it that way. And like some of the work we do is in this methodology called Agile. And they made our team be like animal characters. So they put me of all people in charge of doing that horrendous idea.
That's how
And
about.
so like they didn't know anything about this. So I named it Animal House. Right, because we're animals. But my animal was a crow, and I used the black crows smoking the cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't like that, did they?
Right turn, Clyde. Yeah, that's a good one. What was the one? Thunderfoot and Lightfoot. The guy in that Plymouth Fury. Remember that?
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
Yes. White Lightning. That was a good one.
That's one thing I do miss about old TV is back when those movies first come out, you'd make an appointment to watch that at Thursday at 8. you know.
Big Block 402. What's going on, man? You know what? Like
That is
Ruben
how
made a
you
really
used
good.
to do it. Making a
Ruben made a
for
really good.
I love that.
Ruben made a good point about he'd own every movie car. Like one of my favorite cars, just because of the movie, 1970 Challenger RT, 444 speed vanishing point car, must have. The 2-lane blacktop 55 Chevy, must have, which became the black car in American Graffiti. I want the one that's in primer.
Wait a
Big block,
second.
tone around.
Say what about the car that was American Graffiti car? That started out as a 2-lane blacktop car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Piece of
Yep.
trivia I was not aware of.
And if you look in the movie American Graffiti, the yellow coupe says THX 138. And
Right,
that
does.
was in reference to THX 1138, the failed movie, the whatever his name was trying to promote.
No kidding.
Yep.
Hmm.
Thanks,
Ooh,
Dutch
the
guy.
learn
And
a
hey, Dutch
lot.
guy, if Dutch guy, you're out of here. If I see anything F body related, I'll let you know, man.
I sold all my F body stuff.
Another little bit of trivia for you. At the beginning of the movie 2-Lane Blacktop, they're street racing in LA. And there's a scene in there, and it is Big Willie Robinson, and it is his Daytona, and that was actually filmed street racing.
Nothing like keeping it real.
Yep.
Amen, bro.
So who's other lives going on tonight? Ryan Barnes-Ness, if I pronounced that wrong. What time's his at?
I think he said
9:30.
9:30.
Yeah.
I know he turned into a great first live last night too. Maybe he's turned on to it. 2 nights.
Big Willie Robinson. So I met Big Willie Robinson probably 2008, 2009 at Mopar Nationals, and the guy was super nice, absolutely super nice. He's about 9 foot tall. I mean, I think he's passed away now, but I mean, just this big guy. And he always wore the military fatigues because he was a Vietnam vet, and he was really big into supporting vets and all that. But he was a super nice guy. And his wife had a Daytona too. Her name was Tamika.
All right, Jeff. I sent Destroyer your phone number.
Okay, cool. So here's a question for you guys. Besides maybe family members or whatever, what got you into cars?
Oh, man.
Bicycles, man. Get tired of pedaling.
Yeah.
There was a guy that lived up the street from me that had a 68 Impala, candy apple red with a big block in it. And he would do burnouts in the cul-de-sac.
Oh, no shit.
On a daily basis. We go out there because he must have worked like swing shift because he'd leave like right as we were getting home from school. So we'd all run down the cul-de-sac. He'd do a big burnout for all the kids every day.
Good man.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
The first kick-ass car I really remember, man, I was a kid. I was a single-digit years old, elementary school years, and the girl across the street, she was a high school girl at the time, and their family had a Buick Electra ragtop, and she'd go out in a bikini and watch that thing. And she was fun to watch, but that car, Buick Electra ragtop from that year, those years are great things, but.
That's what sunny days are made
So real
for.
quick, Ryan's going live with BTP and Bigfoot in less than 30 minutes. This is my first live. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So at like 9:20 Central Standard Time, we'll probably hop off here if anybody wants to go to the other one.
Well, I'm gonna miss that one because I was about to say I'm gonna get off here and I gotta go to bed because I gotta go to work.
So Roadkill, here's mine, and somebody said it in here about Hot Wheels. Mine was Hot Wheels. You know, I'm 40, almost 43, so Hot Wheels were cool. My dad always talked about cars growing up, having fun, drag racing, street racing mainly. And then I started seeing them more, you know. And then my dad got another one. And I like taking that thing out and beating the shit out of it, doing burnouts, having fun. Then it's like then you talk to other kids' dads, and like Kyle, which is crazy. The other guy on my channel, Kyle's a great guy, and his background is really neat. It's all Pontiac. Come to find out, the GTO from when like he was a little guy before I knew him his dad's daily driver was a 1969 GTO Ram Air 4 4-speed car.
Yeah, baby.
That's a retirement package now. That was a daily driver. And you hear about all that and you're like, holy cow. And then you hear all these other people saying, oh yeah, well, we had this, and my dad said like in the early 70s, when him and my mom got married, they lived in this trailer court, and his next door neighbor, the guy had a green 70 Hemi Roadrunner 4-speed car. And you're going, that's your daily driver?
That's all they had for
crazy.
daily drivers.
Yeah. And it was
Well, I mean, it's like now people daily drive Hellcats. It's the same.
Thumper, yes.
Same kind of deal.
It is, and it's really cool, and I like the old cars. I'm not really much into some of the new ones. I think they're cool, don't get me wrong. They're super fast. But I live in
anybody
Illinois.
can get one, man. Anybody can get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm comparing it. I mean, back in the day, almost anybody could get a Hemi too.
Yeah. I think one of the other big things that helped me is there's a guy my dad he's known him forever, and he had a collection of magazines, every hot rod, you name it, magazine from, for a long period of time, and he was moving, just gave them all to me. And I was like young. I think I read every single one of them multiple times and then passed them on for more people to read. So I've always enjoyed watching the old drag racing videos, and I've been doing that since I was a kid.
I'm kind of a dick. Every time I see those guys at the car shows with the brand new cars, the dealership cars, I always ask them, man, you get that serviced at the dealership?
Oh, we always tease them when they bring the charges out and tell them, so does the bank know you're racing their car?
Yes.
I don't even look at the new cars nowadays. They're all appliances. You can buy these, however horsepower they got nowadays.
That's a fantastic term, appliances.
Yes.
Well, they are an appliance, and they're don't get me wrong. If you said, hey man, like I got a Hellcat drivetrain for you, let's do something with it. But I do like the old school iron, rattly, clanky. You hear everything going on, popping, banging, boom.
I got your clanky.
Yeah.
The new Challengers look good. The last gen Mustangs, like 05 and up, they look good. GM hasn't made a car that looked good in like, I don't know, 30 years.
No, I seen one that was crushed the other day. It looked great.
I like the new Silverados. They got the steak pocket holes right in the back of them.
GM hasn't done anything.
Jam them
cool
right in with the forklift, pick it up.
Except making LS in the last 30 years, man. That's all I've done that's interesting.
So Kyle sent me a funny picture the other day, and he took it. It was a flatbed diesel, whatever, and on it was one of the new Rivian electric trucks that had broken down. And all he did was caption it, said, must have ran out of gas. And I'm like, oh man, that's classic. That is so classic.
Awesome.
Back to how you got into this stuff, even before the bikini and the Buick Electra girl, man, it was go-karts and mini bikes, man. Again, single-digit years, Briggs and Stratton, little 5-horse. It's amazing what you can do with a little lawnmower engine, horizontal shaft.
Oh gosh, yes.
And then
go-karts are different than mine.
Gearing, you put a little bit bigger gear here and a little bit smaller gear there, and I'm telling you what, my poor mother, I put her through hell getting me back and forth to the emergency room.
Well, when Kyle and I were young, he got this when he was a kid. We went back and forth of us. It was an 86 Z50R Honda. And as we got older, we're always learning to work on more stuff. And Kyle has always been a hell of a dirt bike rider. And on his wall in that shop, there's just plaques, trophies everywhere. He's got even more. But when we grew up, you're a middle-class family. You don't have the high-tech trailers like, you see showing up. So this is no joke. We would go to this one racetrack that's local to us at the time. And you have kids our age pulling up in a new truck, a trailer, 2 bikes, all this shit, right? Like nobody can afford. He had an older Grand Am. And we found this trailer, and I painted it like black and white with a big Playboy bunny on it, and we had flames down the side with skulls, and the reverse light was these old police lights I got from my dad. So we put them the cop lights would go on. Everyone's like looking like, who's this white trash son of a bitch showing up? He'd go out there and kick their ass every single time.
Right on.
He didn't throw money at the problem. He learned how to ride.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to pop off here.
Later, man.
Jeff, it was a fun first live.
Thank you.
Congrats. I'm saving
And
my
probably
first
gonna do
live for the
these-
first startup.
Probably going to do these on Thursday nights. Dr. Art got a hold of me today and said, "Hey, man, they're quiet on Thursday nights." And
Yeah,
like, let's do
Thursdays
it.
are open. Fridays
Yeah.
are a flip of a coin.
Yes,
You don't know
Fridays are kind of iffy for me in some cases.
Fridays
Just-
are tough. It's the start of the weekend. You might have plans.
Yes,
Thursdays are
and-
always-
Dust Devil usually does his on Saturdays.
yes.
All night on
Yeah.
Saturdays.
Well, Part
Yeah,
Man
and yours
78
is on
said it
Saturdays.
right. Usually, Mommy and Daddy were buying their stuff. He was 100 correct. And what Kyle had going for him was he didn't have that, and he had a lot of support from his friends and his family to go out there and do it.
All right, guys. I'll catch y'all later.
Later.
Yeah, brother.
Yep.
So, Jeff, when are you gonna put a turbo on something, man?
I am a really big naturally aspirated guy. I've always liked
Sure.
it. However, I am seeing a lot of this LS stuff, and I'm going to be helping a friend of mine put an LS motor he just got done building in a early 90s Chevy. But I like what Mike Mischief has going on with like those 80s, square 4-doors. I see a lot of guys doing different stuff with, stuff like that, and I would love to do that. The guy that helps do all the paint and stuff, he's always getting, sorry, my phone's slipping, but he's always getting cool stuff. And he showed up the other day that he bought, it was like a early 90s Chevy step-side truck, 6-cylinder, but super clean. And I was like, dude, we got to find a junkyard LS and do something.
Cool.
You got to do it, Barrows. Do your live shot one day. Now that I know how to do it, it's like, yeah, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I think I'm
StreamYard
gonna.
makes it a cakewalk, doesn't it?
Yeah. Boosted 931. I'm doing LS Swap 02 Ranger at the moment. Yeah, that's going to be absolutely wicked. And you see like Jason's Garage and all those guys with the Rangers and S10s or whatever. I mean, that's the way to go if you can find those trucks cheap.
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I did. I got my LS swapped Ranger.
Yeah.
Big
I got-
motor, little car.
I got 19-inch rims off of Marketplace for $100, and they're huge, and they look so good on the truck.
Yeah.
Wow.
If I'm missing anybody's comments, I'm sorry. Like this is lagging a little bit on my end. I'm gonna hop in. Thumper said, "Yeah,
I'm
hop
not
on in here,
anti-LS
Thumper."
at all, but I was doing the chassis swaps and engine swaps and whatnot back in the early 2000s and whatnot. And what I was picking up the 4th gen B body cars from GM, Caprice Classic. We didn't trash any really good Impalas, but the wrecked ones, we'd pick them up at auctions and whatnot. And I'll tell you, those LT1s, those earlier fuel injected V8s,
The tune ports.
you could pick up a
after that.
whole car for well under $1,000, and we were putting those things under advanced design Chevy trucks and under the task force trucks and just putting some killer shit together for almost no money.
Yeah, those are interesting engines. They didn't last very long, but they're interesting.
They are.
We
Oh, here
reverse
comes
flow head.
Sweaty. Yep, here comes Sweaty, man.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
Oh, just watching live streams and hassling people.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I got to get my laptop set up so you guys can all see me.
Thanks,
Sounds
Rob.
like a perfect Thursday night.
You look like
It
my
is.
pet rock, man.
Oh, that's my
And
Berlin Wall.
I'm glad
Dr. Art said something because like I had a late night and work was boring and the weather's shit and I wasn't doing nothing tonight. It's like, you know what? Yeah, he's right. Let's just do this. And Ken and I had talked from Tall
Yeah.
Garage, and it's like, Thursday nights are the slow nights. Let's get
Yeah.
something going on here.
Yeah, it worked out good. I'm happy.
Yes.
Yeah, Thursday night, solid choice, man.
It is, and I know, like I've talked to some people. We're getting in the summer, so sometimes it's going to be people doing other stuff outside, and there's a lot of stuff. But man, I'm gonna do these Thursday night lives, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So if somebody's in the chat's like, hey, somebody else does have other lives going on, just let me know, because I
Well,
like the variety of all the different shows.
You stick your foot in first, then you can't step on anybody's toes.
There you go.
Just
That's
do
true.
it, man.
Just call
Most of
dibs.
these
I tell
guys are potential in them.
I tell you what's a neat format. Mike's Mischief, he does a live and he reviews other people's channels just to get like the no-name stuff out there. And just to kind of show other viewers, I'm not that technologically savvy to bring that up right now. I have to do some playing around with it, but he does it pretty well. And I think
That's
that helps give people exposure.
That's a step above.
Yeah.
I tried to just subscribe to people because they need the 500. They ain't going to get 500 just, from these lives. They got to go out and earn it too. But it helps.
Yeah, you
It
got to make
does.
good content.
Speaking of the 500, make sure you guys catch John Wilburn's Friday Nighter. There'll be something interesting on there.
I'm already there. I've been living this no-name national since it got announced. Saying
Right on.
I'm claiming myself, me and the wife, #1 spectators to this whole thing.
Good deal.
It's an awesome excuse for me to actually do something.
Well, it does give motivation on different levels.
Gets me motivated. That's the best part.
Anybody
It
that's
does.
watching that is shooting for that 500. My own YouTube channel, it's pretty lame, honestly. I've been on YouTube for 12 years. I started playing this game back in the early 90s. When I had this YouTube channel, I was too busy building other people's cars to be filming shit. I'm well under 1,000 subscribers. But I was also an internet developer from the early 90s. And that's how I was making my money. You know what I mean? And you can't argue with that because it funded my car addiction, if you will. But I was making my money helping people grow on YouTube. A lot of the clients I've had over the years are non-disclosure type clients. Some that aren't, man, I've done shit for the NFL, for MTV, for Sears, for JCPenney, for hotel chains. Any of you guys that are, looking for how to actually grow your channel and what the secrets are, so to speak, I can help you. And reach out. I'll give you the hot tip of the moment is answer a specific question. If you answer somebody's specific question, your video will do well. The other thing about answering a specific question is it becomes an evergreen video. It's something that's valuable forever. If you do something at here's footage of a car show last weekend here in my local town, it'll be hot for 24, 48, 36, 72 hours. If you do something that answers somebody's specific question, it's magical and it lasts forever. When I should have been building my YouTube channel, I was building my website. My website, if you haven't seen it, it's roadkillcustoms.com. At one time, it was all designed to drive traffic to my hot rod shop, which I've since closed down. I shut it down in 2016 because my mom got sick. I went, took care of her, and when I was supposed to open up a new one, the freaking pandemic rolled around. But I'm no stranger to this stuff. Again, don't judge me by my own channel because I've been helping everybody else build theirs. And any of you no-name national guys out there that want a tip, reach out to me. I will spend the time. I've done really, really well in this business. My website gets better than 500,000 views a month. I do 20 million reach on Facebook with 10% engagement. I can tell you what you need to do to get people to watch your videos, to keep watching your videos. So don't be bashful. Reach out. My name's Buzz. Reach out. Let me help you out.
Buzz, where?
Man, you can hit roadkillcustoms.com and just use the contact form. You mentioned No Name Nationals. I'll be interested.
If you go into Wilburn's live tomorrow night, you're probably going to be busy.
Yeah, I'll probably be there. You might have a little bit of a surprise during Wilburn's live. I'll be there for sure.
All right. See you there.
I think I hit on a little something with my latest one.
Tell me.
Because, well, I do my my goofball Rain Man impression, and I did a Save Uncle Tony shop thing.
That was funny.
That was brilliant.
And people are liking it. I got a whole shitload of views on it.
I ordered the Mary's Man cream and I still haven't got it.
Well, did you get the 55-gallon drum or the 5-gallon pail? Because
I just wanted a 2-ounce sample package to make sure I was getting my money's worth.
Please do, man.
Well, the hazmat costs too much for a 2-ounce sample pack.
Is it one of those? But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I should have put a disclaimer on the end. Like don't use it if you're going to be pregnant. All the stuff. Put it at the end and then speed it up real fast.
That's hilarious, man.
Big Mike, did you just get back? See you down there.
Hello, Andy. I was gone there for a minute. My Wi-Fi dropped, so kind of got sketched out on my own live.
Hey, here's another hot tip for Wi-Fi, man. I don't know if I'm in Jefferson City, Missouri, and my house is located in what used to be a rock quarry in the late 1800s, and nobody will run a cable out to me. T-Mobile Home, if you guys are suffering for decent internet connection in the boondocks, man, it's unbelievable. That's what I'm streaming from right now. I moved to Missouri from California, had cable internet. Shit would drop all of the time, pixelated the whole bit. That T-Mobile Home, no sponsorship, obviously, but that shit kicks ass.
So yeah, we've been talking about this for a couple different people who got spotty internet. Adding to that, now I haven't tried it personally, but this is what I'm wanting to go into the future. Starlink just is doing its open enrollment right now, and setup's $500, which for equipment, which kind of steep, but from what I've heard, it's about $100 a month, and it's supposed to get just about everywhere and be pretty quick.
Yeah,
So,
the T-Mobile is $60 a month.
See, that's pretty good. But then again, you gotta have good T-Mobile coverage, I suppose. So
you do, but if you're like me, I've been with T-Mobile shit before they were T-Mobile, back when they were Voice Stream. That predates a lot of these guys watching, I'm sure, but I find the service absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Well, I have T-Mobile right now. I had Sprint, but T-Mobile just acquired Sprint. So,
hey, Roadkill, there's a big following of Canadian female car enthusiasts that follow you in Pole Barn, and you're going to have some of their decals being sent to you, by the way.
That is fantastic information.
Yes. We're from the Edmonton area.
Information.
Right on.
Car girls?
See,
cool.
Everybody's going to have a new sticker wall by the end of the summer.
Yep. So, yeah, if you see some stickers and all that coming in, like Ruby Rocket, the Pontiac Project, and a bunch of other ones, they're kind of into the ratty muscle car BOP scene, and they're just cool people,
Right on.
So
there are so many cool people out there. YouTube is just making this world grow exponentially.
It's
Yeah.
making it grow. And the No Name Nationals thing, I'm so glad John and Dallas put that together because, you know, it's not like there wasn't any automotive channels prior to that, but they're getting new attention, and that's kind of nice.
Well,
Yes.
everybody was individualized. There was no
That's a community.
No group.
Cookhouse Creations has probably the best comment of the night. Just gonna leave that up there for a few minutes. So everyone can let that soak in.
Fender babes, man, Fender babes.
Yeah, but it's cool because like I'm not a big social media guy. I actually lead somewhat of a private life. This is actually a mask.
Until Thursday nights. Now you're the go-to guy on
No,
Thursday nights.
but like I got into this going, I got to get out of my comfort zone. I started the Instagram stuff for the car stuff because there's so much cool shit out there, and just started reaching out to people, participate in these lives. I actually went out and met Roadkill in Kansas City. Absolutely great guy, and had a good time with him and Dalton from Pole Barn, and it was fun.
Good times for sure.
My Instagram is growing by leaps and bounds, and it's just like I'm gonna have more people on Instagram than I do YouTube here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Let me ask you an honest question. What actually, however, has Instagram done for you? Other than you get a couple of photo likes here. I mean, have you noticed anybody actually go from Instagram to your YouTube channel?
Yes.
I will say yes. It has driven. I mean, I don't have accurate counts, right? But like, it has driven people. Yeah, I would say yes, that it has. At least a few.
So what I've done sometimes is like, you know, I'll put my channel out there and I'll post stuff, and I've had some people message me, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" Yeah, I do. And they're like, "Hey, you need to put that out in your whatever you call it, your description, whatever the hell it is." And I put that out there, and it actually has helped. But it's also helped me reach out to other people too. Like that's how I found Mike's Mischief. And you know, you start seeing it because a lot of people have a link to their YouTube channel, and it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check this out because this guy's got like this cool ass shop, right?" And then you're like, "Oh, he's got a YouTube channel and he's building something neat." So it's kind of like vice versa. I'm really new to a lot of that, and Buff's Garage is correct on that too. Mike's Mischief says it's a good way to read like private messages with people. I mean, it's actually pretty neat. Then you got famous people like Buff. He's got 4,000 followers and 1,000 on YouTube. But I'm just giving you hell on that Buff. But if you think about it, if you can do both of them, it does work. It's just finding that right niche, I guess.
Well, Jeff, so something I feel like you could do: take your thumbnails for your videos, okay, post them on Instagram, and then put a link to the video. And I feel like that would probably drive more people to your videos too.
And yeah, you're right. And Roadkill, like, you have a hell of a logo, man. Like with everything going on and a cool name, like you could really Buff Garage. You know, like, Buff Garage is a cool ass name. I'm not saying
Sounds like your interweb's going out, man.
You know, think of all the different names. Oh, yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, you sounded like the Matrix.
I'm having mine. Well, I am on the dark side of the moon right now, so. But yeah, it's just how you work with it.
So, Jeff, have you had anything break out of your view funk?
Just a quick video of my son doing sports stuff. So
that's good.
Now, the one thing with Roadkill, what I'm interested in is he does like the podcast stuff.
The podcast stuff are still entirely in the works. Again, I've still got roughly a dozen corporate clients that I deal with that eat up just an enormous amount of my time. 6 of them so far. I've sent them 80 letters. They eat all of my time, and I got to get rid of the other 6. I'm not happy doing it anymore. You know what I mean? You know, for years and years and years and years and years, I've been side hustling that stuff, and it's been fun. You I've been involved in some of the biggest promotions on the internet ever. I don't know if you guys remember back in the early 2000s during the Super Bowl, Motorola and the Super Bowl did a promo called The Winning Call. And back in those days, man, I was fledgling, if you will, but man, here I am smoking doobs in my boxer, running literally all of the programming, all of the telephonics that was behind that stuff. And again, a lot of fun, made a lot of dough, but I'm over it. You know what I mean? I'm over it. So I think Dalton probably told you about the podcast thing. Very much in the works, but nothing's actually been produced yet. We're getting there, slow baby steps. You know what I mean? Don't want to put anything out that's worthless.
And that's the cool part is like that's a niche. An actual podcast. I mean, these are nice lives. When you do a podcast, that's actually pretty neat stuff. I don't know about everyone else on here. I don't watch TV, but I like listening to certain podcasts. And they're a lot fun to listen to.
Mine will be based on. I want to help people. There's people out there that are trying to entertain folks. I've done relatively well over the years. And over the years, there's been a lot of people that have patted me on the ass and given me a spank when I needed it kind of thing. And I'm in the position to be that guy. And that's kind of what I was getting at with these no-name national guys. I've been there, done that, got a T-shirt, a tattoo, and a bumper sticker, man. If you could use some help, reach out. I'm here for you. Ain't gonna cost you a nickel. I'll give you my heart and soul, and show you how to do it.
That's awesome. Everyone, seriously, go check his channel out. I know he does have a website. You can Google Roadkill Customs. You're gonna know it when you see his logo. And like I said, I did meet him. This guy knows what he's talking about, and very interesting stuff. And I think I just messaged you the other day about podcasting. Hey, what you doing? It's like
you did.
In the back of my mind, it's just like
worry not. Once rolling, you'll be on there. Not to worry. We'll get you on there for sure.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, it is 9:31, and I know Ryan's going to have a live. I don't want to step on anybody's toes with it. We've been on here for about 2.5 hours. I'm the type of guy I could probably rival Dust Devil and probably go to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. However, we're not going to do that tonight. I appreciate everybody. What's that?
What you're saying is you don't have a life.
I do have somewhat of a life, but I don't. You're right. I don't.
Yeah, I don't have a life.
It's kind of nice not having a life, because if you don't have a life, that means you ain't got a whole lot going on.
Wow.
You can play around with cars and go.
You don't have a life. You don't have a life until Wilburn shows up at your live. Then you know you made it.
Yes. And,
well, hey, can I ask you guys a favor?
Yeah.
Because I want to do this movie thing, and I think it'd be kind of cool to use the social media aspect. Like you make a video, and I'll compile all of them, and then we can all put it on our channel.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like that is a thing that happens. A bunch of creators actually.
You make one. You make a video, and like you rip on somebody, and then they rip back, and then somebody else gets onto it. We're all friends, kind of thing. So you just come up with the most repugnant, meanest thing you can say. Whether your car will never get off jack stands, or it won't peel the skin off butterscotch pudding. Anything like that, just
repugnant. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, the whole bench racing thing. Like, back in the day when we all used to like hang out and go choose off to go see who go run out in Mexico.
Yes.
But we do a video version of it, and you can do it in your shop, you can do it in your house, wherever you want to do it. You just make a little short 30-second or 1-minute video, and then you post it. Or we can email them around, and then I'll compile everything and make us a little story out of it. And then when we do the no-name nationals, then we can all race and,
I think that's a great idea.
You can sell CDs for $50 a pop.
There you go.
Well, I was thinking
Now-
like just put it on everybody's channel and see who it takes off with.
Now,
'Cause,
see,
you know, I don't have any problem making money off of my shit. I'm not gonna, so you guys can.
Yeah. Boosted
What we
931's
do
close to
is-
10,000. Now that guy's got a lot of cool content going on.
Hey, somebody bitched something on there about the best way to contact me. The easiest thing you can do is go to roadkillcustoms.com. There's a contact link, submit the form. It goes straight to my email, my cell phone, my watch, everywhere. You see, again, roadkillcustoms.com, hit the contact. You know, best thing, instead of just reaching out and saying, hey, reach out and tell me your problem. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you're suffering through, and I'll do my best to help you out.
So
I'm
I
usually the guy
know
that does that
we're
for
jumping
you.
off here real soon, right? But taking this idea further about the community video, we should
I think
take
it's awesome.
we should take a car movie like Gone in 60 Seconds, and we should split it up, and everybody film a certain part of the film, and then everybody sends them all. We put it into one big long video.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the second one. The first
So
one
I nominate somebody to recreate the ending of Vanishing Point.
I'm not gonna wreck any of my junk.
I'll tow a
make it-
Camaro
I'll
with a
make it
convertible
through.
into something, but I won't wreck any of my stuff.
I'll make
Oh,
it between the bulldozers. How about that?
Well, you don't gotta use real cars. You use Hot Wheels and just film it. And make it look,
I think
that's the
Thumper has
point,
a
right?
really good idea on this, and then you throw in Roadkill's mix with his abilities with stuff. I think we can. And look at Don. Don's already got his
My
his stunt car.
My stunt double.
Yeah, see, exactly.
We got to go now, and then you got Patrick, who's going to be the ringer, and he's going to do the best. He's going to do the best. He's going to do the best burnout.
Man, probably not with that
anything-
car.
Anything
Next
Patrick have,
year, the burnout car will not only win, it will impress.
Yes. And Mopar Man 78 right. Community, not competition. But I think it's going to be an absolute blast with everything. So I am going to end this. So everyone can jump over to Ryan's. I appreciate everybody joining. I was nervous for my first live. Roadkill, thanks for joining. I appreciate it, man. Go check his stuff out. Everybody on here, if anybody doesn't know these other channels, go check them out. Go sub them. The No Name guys, we're all trying to get there. Don, thanks for joining. And I can actually, for the first time in my life, I've talked to Thumper, the fat, sweaty guy. Oh, hey, hold on. We have a ringer in here.
Oh, Wilbur just showed up.
Uh-oh.
Wilbur, okay, hold on.
I told you.
Now
hold on.
you're a real person. You're in the phone book. Wilburn showed up.
Here we go. Hold on. If I don't do this, I'll regret it later in life.
Take a screenshot so you can prove it.
How many people can you get in here, Jeff?
I don't know. It's the
You
first
missed
time
it
ever.
earlier, John. Uncle Tony jumped in for just about a minute and 20
I
seconds.
could. Yeah, the thing is it was lagging. I'll have to fix that. I feel bad not saying something to him. I feel like a dickhead.
Well, who's doing the live after this?
Ryan Barsness. He's got some cool Mopar stuff.
He was on last night. We was over there too.
Cookhouse, yes.
Yes, a happy ending.
You
know how I like it.
I'm going to go grab new water.
Wilbur, I put this in for you, buddy.
How many people can you have on here, Jeff?
I have no idea. I didn't even know what StreamYard looked.
It was either 6 or 10, I think. Depends on. I don't know. I don't do this computer.
Did you pay for it, or is this the free one?
Free one.
6.
Well, I will jump out then. Let John come in.
Patrick, thanks for joining, buddy.
Oh man, I needed this so bad. I was just finishing up down in the hole, and the wife's like, I come up and I clicked it on, and I got a notification that 2 hacks were going live, and I'm like, I'm getting in on that.
You know, as it gets Ryan, I don't know the link to his channel. I'm gonna try to figure this out.
See you guys.
Somebody, yep.
I'm subbed to him, so everybody should be subbed to everybody else.
Okay, John, it's open,
hard,
buddy.
It's hard to keep up with all these channels, but we do what we can.
There is, and I like going to all the different channels, seeing all the different perspectives with everybody.
Some of these people are hard to find.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
Ryan Barr's
um,
Nest. I boosted 931. I'm trying to figure that out right now. If somebody, I don't know if you can do this, but if somebody could throw a link into Ryan's channel. Hey, there's
no,
Bad Tree.
See, there you go. To
What's up, Blake?
you're going to need
Battery
you're going to
is
need mods
actually
now. You got to start hiring a crew.
I know.
Getting
I'm
everybody on your first one.
man.
got
This
to
isn't
put
too
together
bad.
a crew.
Give it a year or two. You're going to be on the what is it, the Hollywood Walk of what do they call it?
Howdy, everyone.
I won't be in Hollywood. It'll have to be somewhere non-California.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
We'll
the
put a
side-
big star in the middle of your garage floor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
We'll carve
Jeff.
it in there with acid and a
I'll be
jackhammer.
autograph a foot stain on the garage floor or something.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know if you can see me or not. My screen is black.
Yeah,
that's what
so
happens to me, man.
You got to turn the lights on.
I'm coming from Bluefield, and I got limited internet, so I'm on my phone. And I thought I would drop in. You said this was your first live, so.
Dr. Art suggested it. I woke up from a nap and had a text from him, and he walked me through StreamYard, and I got it going. And you know what? It hasn't been too bad.
Yeah.
He's
It's a barrel of fun. How is everybody?
Good.
Doing good, John. How you doing, man?
I
Keeping
see
everybody
you got
happy.
quite the motley crew there.
We do, and there's been a lot of people in and out of here, and my computer that I'm using this on was lagging a little bit, so if I miss comments, I apologize, but a lot of cool people have been in here.
That's got to be a record. I saw 23 concurrent viewers for your first live.
It was
I don't think
33 or
anybody's ever had
35 at one point.
Yeah, it was quite
That's
impressive.
definitely a record for a first live, definitely.
Yeah, know
And
Greg's been
like I
doing
said,
a
I
while.
appreciate
He's got 7.
I appreciate everyone coming in. You know, like I'm used to talking to myself, so now I don't have to.
Well, I'm gonna have to set up a little area so that I can like use my camera, and you can, I'll put car paraphernalia up.
I'm gonna have my regular studio tomorrow, but I thought I would try it. If you hear Little House in the Prairie in the background, there's a good story with that. So
that's pretty good, though.
We'll save that for the weird hour tomorrow night.
Right.
The weird hours, seriously, when I wake up. So I'm all used to that.
My lives don't have a weird hour. They don't. I don't go on that long.
They do on our side, John.
If you don't kick me out, you'll have a weird hour.
That's true.
So here's my rules. I probably will have a moderator at one point just to kick out the spammers. But other than that, I really don't care what people say. I'm a very pro First Amendment speech person. As long as you're not telling somebody to go fuck themselves, you hate them, or I wish Tall John or whoever would jump off a bridge. Stuff like that. Just keep it respectful.
That's
but anything
never really. But policing ideas and such aren't what moderators are for anyway.
Yeah,
it's more than just getting rid of trolls and such. It's when you have 100 people watching concurrently, or 200 or 300, you can really have a few people who are even well-meaning derail that. So
yeah,
really, one moderator or 2 moderators to keep out spam. But then you need more when you have a lot of people in there, just so that the chat doesn't get derailed and go off the rails.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, there are 4 of us in Tony's. He usually has 350, 400 concurrent, and that's about right. We can handle it.
Yep.
4 mods works out pretty good.
Sometimes comments come up, and I don't even say, "Oh, the message deleted."
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's like you guys got dibs on the conversation. Either that, there's words that trigger a response.
Just imagine Vice Grip Garage with 1,000+ people in his chat. Jeez.
Oh, I would. Yeah.
You got to have slow mode on and just like still stream through there like crazy.
I don't go for big crowds like that. There's too many people.
You don't get heard.
Right.
If I'm going to listen to it, it's one thing. That you know, if I'm going to try and jump in the conversation, look at me now. Now I'm part of the crew.
Yeah. Well, that's where super chats come in. You got to post a super chat to get your voice out there.
Yep.
Yeah, William Sanders makes a good point. I mean, there are some people that will ask a question 111 times, and sometimes it's a question that if you answer, will almost make it worse.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah.
so you ignore it for a reason.
Oh, there's
Real-
people in the chat will answer that question, but they don't want that answer. They want it from, say, Uncle Tony. They want to
So
hear
I
it from his mouth.
yep. I do want to add real quick. I know Blake wanted to jump in, and there's someone else trying to jump in. If anybody's trying
Yep.
to jump in, I can't really add you right now because it's
Hey,
like the 6
I
max.
don't have
I'll
the
hop out if
facility-
someone else wants to hop in.
I don't have the facilities anyway. I'm sitting here in the dark, so I'll go ahead and jump out. But hey,
Well-
thanks for having me on. I did want to join your first live.
Yes, I appreciate Wilburn, and you might not have the facilities to do it right now, but you have the faculties to do it, and that's the important part.
Hey, I appreciate it. So I'm working on my house project, and today I rebuilt headers in a carport.
Yeah.
And worked on soffits, and I'm so out of my element. But hopefully by the end of the month, I'll be done with that, and I'll be able to jump in your lives more often from the studio and all that good stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, I seen that load of lumber you had there, John. I bet
Yeah.
you were all the way down the road with your elbow on the whole pile because it was going to.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Well,
The
you're welcome
people
to
at
come up and
Lowe's
help
so
me with
don't
my
approve
sockets.
of it either.
Well,
Yep.
at least the guy behind you knew it wasn't going to blow off like a mattress.
Oh no. I got a good. I did break a windshield hauling lumber like that once, but other than that, I got a good track record.
Yep.
Well,
I'll see you guys later. Take
all
care.
right. Take care,
Later, John.
All right, John.
I told
All right,
you.
Blake.
I
Blake,
told
if you wanted to pop in, we've got it out there now. Destroyer 1320, how you doing?
Great. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Can you hear me good?
Yes.
I know my mic's usually a little hot. There we go.
As long as you can't hear me breathing, it should be all right.
Yes. Well, no, it's
Because otherwise,
fine.
everybody gets all hot and bothered, and they're like, "Oh man, you got to quit." So you're not hot and breathing there, so we can't even hear you breathe. We heard you light the smoke, but that was about it.
Well, that Zippo, you can't mistake it.
You cannot mistake. There's two sounds that have a metal sound that will never be mistaken in history: the sound of a Zippo and the sound of an M1 Grand when it runs out of ammunition.
Ping.
Or an
I don't know. A Hemi idling, I think I could call out of a whole bunch of cars too.
Yeah, you could hear Hemi idling. That would be a good one too.
Because you can hear
Yeah,
all the valves clattering.
I was looking over here when I heard the Zippo click, and it's like Bradford, PA is just an hour and a half up the road. I've been to the Zippo plant.
Nice.
All it is a neon sign on the corner of the street. That's all it is in the building. That's nothing fancy.
Nice.
Zippo's been forever.
Oh yeah.
How big of a building is it, out of curiosity?
Maybe a 40 by 60.
No kidding.
Like a 2-story. It's like an old school production. How big of a machine you need to press a piece that big? You know.
Yeah, no doubt. They aren't big.
But yeah, there's just lighting a cigarette with a Zippo has its own flavor. It just changes. That makes me hungry for a Zippo.
That's I got one for my birthday last year and was like, oh.
And some Zippos bring ridiculous money.
They do, and like I've always used a Zippo, and I need to get mine refilled. But I made the mistake. This was years ago, and I had overfilled a Zippo summertime, and I put it in my pocket, and it was upside down. Dude, I had this burn on the inner part of my leg in the junkles area, and it was so freaking bad. It hurt so bad.
That's what Mary's man cream works great for that.
Yep,
too.
you gotta get you a tub of that Mary's man cream.
Yeah.
That's why I
you
ordered it.
Exactly.
We should ask
Nice.
John if Tony saw a spike in his T-shirt sales and stuff.
See, if I was to do a T-shirt, like I used to help a guy, and there was always different T-shirt ideas we'd come up with. But it was almost like if you're gonna do a T-shirt, it's like don't make a million of one if you're gonna change slogans. Like get a new one out and go that route, and just keep on making new stuff.
Well, you got to do a little beta test out there, see what works and what don't.
Right.
I would suggest not having any merch unless you're getting 10 until you have about 10 to 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And that is no joke.
I have
see
zero
that.
plans for that. That's stuff I don't even want to deal with.
It's bad. I spent $800 on merch and I still have some. And that was a year and a half ago for a huge YouTuber event.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a new huge YouTube event coming up, so you can bring it now.
So
Oh, the no name?
Destroyer.
No, I've been giving it away. I'll keep giving it away.
Yeah, I drew up these.
Those
for
are
the No Name
brilliant.
Nationals.
That's
But,
awesome. Heck
but
yeah.
I'm not selling them. I talked to Wilburn about this, and they're just for all these YouTube guys doing this. So if anybody wants these, there's ways you can get a hold of me. Other people got my number or Instagram, and I'll send you one.
You know
So-
how close that looks to the Partridge Family?
I know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man,
If you would have put like different color blocks for the background.
Yeah, like the bus.
Yeah.
That shows how old we are. Because that
Well,
show
I'm-
was a long time ago.
Teespring's horrible, dude. Stay away from it. Just
That's
word
what
to the
I've
wise.
I'll
Oh
give 'em
my
credit,
goodness.
They could sing though. Back in the day.
It
But the
fades.
answer to everything is dart sport.
Dart
sport. Dart sport.
So that right there, if anybody knows that slogan from this guy, if he was to make a decal that all it said was dart sport, he would never keep him in stock.
There it is.
Truth.
Possibly.
It would be on every toolbox
In
across
little
America.
letters at the top, it's like the correct answer is dart sport.
Or just nothing.
Or just dart sport.
Yeah.
Kind of like Burma Shave in World's Fastest Indian.
Yeah.
What? There's only two of us seen that movie?
No, greatest one of the greatest movies ever made.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want some of that
obviously
stuff
you
that
have,
helped him
because
piss.
You have the offerings to the gods of speed on your
It's
wall.
like a
just
girl
you to-
movie for guys, man. I cried during that shit, watching that dude do his shit, man. That's yeah. That's where it's at.
Well, if you ever noticed in the ending to the movie Vanishing Point, they didn't crash a Challenger. That was a Camaro.
Well, yeah, Camaros are just parts cars for Trans Ams.
Well, yeah, they're close.
Hey, yeah.
That's better.
Hey, what's going on, Rich 220?
Man,
up,
I'm
buddy?
jealous. You have your door open to your garage and you don't have sleeves.
I'm jealous. Big time.
Dude, it was 92 today.
You said 90. I was done at that.
90. Where are you? You must be in Florida or out west.
Arizona.
Okay,
Chandler, Arizona.
It's
90.
33 right now.
90 in
Yeah.
April. I'm at 46. The only thing sucks is that slow drizzle that's been out there all day.
So what we've had. I'm in the middle of Illinois, and it's we're gonna have possible snow showers tomorrow.
Chandler, man, I
Destroyer,
ran
do
my
you know-
shop out of Mesa, Arizona for about 10 years, right behind Main Street Motorcycles on Main Street in Mesa.
Oh, yeah. All right, where that's at.
Destroyer.
Thanks, Boosted
Do you know that
931.
guy with all the Chargers and stuff down there? Somewhere Arizona, New Mexico area?
Guy with all the Chargers.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of 69 and 70 Chargers. He's got kind of a big channel.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. I actually tried to buy a dart off him.
Yeah. Because my little brother could use some parts.
Oh, he's the man. I mean, obviously, when your channel starts getting bigger, as you can tell, doing your first live stream, it's hard to stay as attentive when you get. I'm not even there yet. It's
is.
hard with my little channel to do what we do. So I couldn't imagine, when you get over 10,000, what it's like.
Well, you just ignore the chat after a certain point from what I can see. Because I've been on live streams with, 1,200 people.
Mhm.
And you just ignore the stream. You just talk with the other people on it.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's funny you're from
Yeah,
Illinois.
see, like my normal
but-
job, I'm always on. Yeah. I hate Illinois.
I hate Illinois too. I won't go there anymore.
That's
I'm
why I
gonna
live
drive
in
around
Arizona.
it to get to Missouri.
I was in Illinois for 36 years.
Oh, you have my condolences.
Oh no, Illinois is a great place to be from.
Where were you at in Illinois?
Well, I grew up.
Well,
in
where were you?
Winnebago,
Where were you at
Illinois.
in Illinois?
I grew up in Winnebago, Illinois, and then I moved to Rockford
Okay.
when I was young. And then I have family that's still to
Okay,
this
so
day. My
I'm
brother
actually-
just moved to Byron, so I got a lot of family
Ah.
out there.
I'm
Kansas doesn't
right in the
suck
middle of
that
state,
bad.
just outside of Bloomington, normal.
Oh,
And I'll actually be
Half
in
hour.
Rockford tomorrow. You know the old there's an old dealership in Rockford that I can't even think of what it originally was. It might have been not a Nash dealership. Hell, I don't know. But a friend of mine owns it. Big Mopar guy, and it's full of Mopars and parts. And he's finally sold it. And he's having a huge open house tomorrow, getting rid of stuff. So I'll be up there.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Illinois is like
the
New
girl
York
I
or
was
California as far as states go. Yes.
But
The
worse.
girl I was seeing from Homewood. Yeah, just south of Chicago.
Yeah.
We went to the SEMA show back in 16 together. That was pretty cool. And she took me to this place there somewhere in the Chicago area. And they had just about 100, really nice condition muscle cars like Tri-Power, Catalinas, Hemi Chargers, Hemi Cudas, you name it, it was there. And the prices weren't completely nuts on it either. Well, the Hemi stuff, not for sale, but everything else was reasonable. I was kind of impressed.
I don't even look at cars out here. That's why I was asking you guys, looking for a
you want some
70s
rusty
Mopar?
junk, I can hook you up.
Well, semi-rusty. Like I'm looking to make a race car. That's it. I have my daily driver behind me here. I'm looking for a race car.
What kind of race car are you looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
Get an old pickup.
Good answer. Good answer.
So when you were in Illinois, did you ever go to the drag strip in Byron?
Oh, lived there.
Yeah.
I was actually just back there a couple months ago, and
Nice.
I go to the wheelie competition every single year.
Oh yeah, that's a great time. And then there's the the meltdown drags are a blast too.
Oh, there's nostalgia drags. I mean, there's nonstop. My buddy just retired from Marine Corps. He moved out here with me. He was in Illinois, and he used to be one of the guys who ran the track.
Sweet. I'd tell you another good track, and you from that area maybe 2-3 hours maybe, but Cordova.
Oh, used to go there all the time.
Yep. Nitro Blast, World Series of Drag Racing, all that stuff. Funny Car Chaos when they would have it.
Oh,
Absolutely amazing.
truly
Interesting
amazing.
that you were
And
talking
that
about what got you into this stuff earlier. When I was a kid, I was living in Michigan, and we were in a little suburb of Detroit called Trenton. And you'd go out in the evenings, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, in the distance, you hear that, whoa, and I'm like, Dad, what is that? I'm single digit years old. I didn't know what the fuck it was. And it was them dudes running at the Detroit Dragway. And for a full summer long, I'd go out and listen to that stuff. And I finally said, Dad, let's go there and see it live. And we did. I'm probably 8 years old or something like that. And, head out to the actual drag races. And, man, I was hooked.
It's over. You get the smell and the sound, and the atmosphere just consumes you.
Yes. Yes.
I was
So here's
18 before I ever made it to a drag strip, and it was the first time that I actually ran down it. I drove my car, 90 miles with open headers just to go race it.
So here's a funny Cordova story. Anybody that's been there, I know someone said something the other night about on the live on Uncle Tony's about the food there. The food there is really good. However, that place always has cheap booze. And when I say cheap booze, I mean cheap booze. And I haven't drank in years. I don't anymore.
Cheap,
But
not money, cheap in quality.
Yeah, I mean, but it's everywhere. And I took my dad there and a friend of mine one year, and I was, I don't know, mid-30s. It's hot. The place was way overpacked. Like, they promoted it too well, The whole place was just hammered by, like, noon. It is hotter than shit. And one cop is, like, working the whole event. The whole night was just chaos, insanity. It's like you didn't even need to watch what was going on drag racing because the show was just like everywhere else. And it was that place used to be able to get pretty wild and a lot of fun.
So it was like the Burbs with alcohol.
Yes, and almost kind of like Porky's with the drag strip and and a band.
So
I get it.
Porky's at a drag strip with Bike Week going on, but without the bikes.
Yes.
Like Sturgis used to be back when we were kids.
I don't know if you guys ever been to Sturgis. I rolled through it, the tail end of it one time on a vacation, and
I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I can see how wild and crazy that gets.
87, it was pretty wild. That's the only year I went. I was working construction up in the area. So we were like, let's go to Sturgis. All right.
But yeah, there was a couple years at Cordova that just got really wild. Union Grove was the same way. When what was the guy that owned that track? God, what was his name? He was crazy. He always sat on a rocket car. Who was the guy that owned the Union Grove? That sat on the rocket car all the time. Real wild man.
I know exactly who you're talking, and the name escapes me.
Yeah, I mean, he had some wild times at that track too, even up until the early 2000s. Were just insane.
Yeah. That's probably the reason why a lot of these are in trouble now.
It probably is, but you know, if you think about it, these dumbass developers that start developing communities around a drag strip, and they're like, "Oh, you got to move that because of the noise.
It's too loud.
That thing's been there since the 50s. Like, go somewhere else. You know it's there.
It's 30 miles outside of town, and you're building houses around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot
my
track.
home track in Nebraska is basically on an old B24 and B29 strip. So they have the active runway that connects with the drag strip. But, they got it fenced off so the airplanes don't come down the strip and the cars don't go with the airplanes. But we got a good half mile, maybe, it might be a full mile long strip, and it's all airport. So we don't have to worry about people moving in around it and saying, oh, it's too loud, because it's the friggin' airport.
Right.
It's all fields around it.
Well, I live in a rural area, and not too far from me is an airport, so I see all the jets coming in and landing. But right by it, they had developed a community. I don't know how long ago, but people complain about that, and it's like, that airport has been there forever. You bought a house knowing there's an airport there.
You want to see some good jet car times? Hit my website, Roadkill Customs, and search MR2 jet car. That's a Toyota MR2 with T58 jet engines in it.
Oh, that would be
dude.
Yeah, turbine. Good times. I don't have a whole lot of videos up of it, but yeah, much fun. Back in the toy junkie days.
LB's got a trivia question. Throw it out there. I like the jet cars are always neat. Patrick, we were going to until Wilburn popped in here, and we just kept on rolling. So
your first live always runs long.
It is, and I'm having fun. I'm gonna do these on Thursdays. I'll try to schedule them out when I know I don't have anything going on Thursday night. Who was the first test driver for the Mopar kit car program?
The Stig.
He wasn't even born yet.
What a persona, though.
It wasn't Petty.
I don't know, but one of the best mechanics I ever knew was on the original Ram Chargers team.
I say it might be
Jim
somebody
Thornton?
from there, because it ain't Garlett's.
Well, the Ram Chargers, you had Jim Thornton, Tom Hoover.
Yep.
All those guys. I get to go hook up with some people I used to travel with tomorrow up in Rockford. So I'm almost 43, but in my late 20s to early 30s,
shit.
I used to travel with Mr. Norm, help him doing car show stuff. So
Hey,
I
Herbie.
got to know him very well, and a lot of the guys that I did that with. I'm actually going to be, what's cool is, so I don't know if you guys ever seen or not, but Mr. Norm had a van with a funny car painted on the side.
Yes.
My buddy owns that. The guy I used to travel with, he owns that, and he also owns that funny car body, and he's got one of the Dale Earnhardt. Oh wow, yes, there you go. Yep.
You Dodge guys are weird.
What was that
We are
movie
weird.
they made about Dale Earnhardt's life?
There was one called 3.
This was old school NASCAR. It's like, turned out there was for rear ends they needed a keyway for whatever gears or whatever, and he figured out that the handle of a screwdriver was the right size and right hardness, and he bought every one at the hardware store so nobody else could get them.
Oh wow.
Nice.
You gotta
Rich
love
was-
Old Senior.
Rich
You
was
know,
asking me what's new. Fighting a big black Ford, and as a Mopar guy, that's kind of sacrilegious. So
does anybody want a cat?
Car guys.
No.
My
Okay.
yes to an animal here at the house, and she got this for my birthday.
Thanks.
And this is what I got today.
I
Well, at least
have
you
a-
liked you.
Yeah.
I like cats, but man, get out of my face.
Yeah.
As long as
I like cats with mustard.
So do the Koreans.
I'm starting to like
yes.
I'm starting to like your idea. But the
I
wife-
have I have a cat, this black cat. It's like the typical Halloween looking cat, right? And if you don't know her, she's mean as shit. And like if I'm at working from home trying to log in, she's constantly like jumping on my lap, getting in my face. After work, it's like she knows it and she just leaves me alone. It's like just leave me alone all the time,
I got 2 outdoor cats, and one is like black with a little white blaze on his chest, and they keep the mice dead around here.
Oh,
That's
that's a different story.
It's hilarious watching him stalk birds and squirrels and stuff in the snow.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he's like, I'm just a shadow. I'm a footprint.
LB Bruins has had some good trivia tonight. That's pretty good.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, an
I
actual
think that-
mouth for cats, that's a quality thing to have. But
The
Well, living in the forest, you got to have something to kill the mice.
and you do live in a forest, which is kind of nice. I mean, I back up to part of one, which is kind of nice, but
Miss it.
Well, nobody can live next to me. I got
Jeff, how
300
big is-
feet
how
to the
big is
east,
the shop you've
1,000
got
feet to
there?
the west.
what's that,
What?
Roadkill?
how big's the shop you've got there?
32 by 48, 12-foot ceiling.
How about Jeff? Jeff, you got a pretty decent looking spread.
So that's mine. I just work out of my garage just to tear this down, but like that's Kyle's shop, and it's big, and there's a whole nother side to it that's just storage, but it's pretty large. But the whole plan was that before this no name, I was going to add on and build a much larger area at my house, and then this comes along, and it's like I'm gonna blow all my money on a car. So I'll get there one day, get something going.
Right
I
on.
want to put. I want to add something on like 30 by 40, 30 by 48, make it tall ceilings with a lift. But then this has got a lot
Well,
of
how
us.
tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Okay, so you can get by with a lift that only lifts to 72 inches like I can because I'm a short bastard.
Yeah.
And that makes it nice because then you can have a 12-foot ceiling and you can still lift the car up with the hood open, even a truck.
Yep.
And that way you don't have to heat all that air up there that you're not using. Because
Yep.
if you go 14 or 18 foot, you got all the heat up at the top. It's a consideration when you live in the cold parts of the world.
I got the
a
opposite
nice
problem.
back.
It's cold. But like one of the things is like what we talk about is we always like now this has got a lot of us talking about joining forces, if you want to say, and doing more stuff at Kyle's, getting a lift and all that type of shit. So we're really at a point now where we need to all just combine stuff and have a good time with it.
Oh man, when you get old, a lift is like your best friend. The only thing
So
that sucks about a lift is putting the car on it.
So a guy that I've been
I
doing a
have
lot of car
dreams,
stuff
too.
with, he got a free lift recently, and he really needs one, and it was given to him.
I'll be happy when I get my concrete pad out back here.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
spent
win.
a lot of years living in apartments and working on cars in the parking lot. You know,
I got my own piece. I got a carport for the one Valiant, but the other ones, when I got the first Valiant, I put down the super heavy tarp and 7 pieces of junk plywood out of the trailer, to park the car on, so it wasn't dirt. So then I upgraded and I built a carport for the first one, and then 4 years later I got the second one. So now that one's parked on the side. The plywood's still down out here. And
well, call the local cement company and say how much is 6 yards of concrete going to cost
no,
me.
it's closer to closer to 20. It's
Well,
no,
it's fine.
I just got to get my boss's tractor here. Once I get it dug out, I can set the
Just
form.
rent
I
a
can
skid
tie the
steer and you
steel,
go and do it, and then you put the forms up and the footings.
Yeah.
And
I can do
Try
all
the
that.
Get a vibe rod.
I'm going to hire somebody to actually pour it, but as long as I get it dug out, I can form. I already got the lumber to form it. It's already used pressure treated 2x6. I got plenty of length for that. I just need it dug out. That's all.
Yep.
Mike's Mischief says who can build the fastest 4 or 6 cylinder? Ken from Tall Garage, I am going to say, is going to build the fastest 6 cylinder. That guy is doing magic with some a pair of LS heads, cutting it and fitting it to a Ford 300. So it's pretty neat.
I guarantee it will not be me.
Won't be me
If
either.
they don't have 8 cylinders, I'm sorry, I can't touch it.
Yep. I like a lot of cubic inches.
Wow.
And LS engines, I'll mess with them because they're great truck engines, but otherwise 400 cubes, maybe a 389. That's like the smallest I'll go.
Yeah.
Smallest.
Hey, Thumper. We're trying to acquire a 68 Firebird because we've got another Pontiac motor laying around.
I have what's left of a 68 Firebird.
I know. This one's not much left of it either, but we saw
How bad
it.
do you want it? How bad do you want it?
Not
I
that
got two
bad.
68 blocks sitting here. So I'm thinking one's going to get a nice little stroker crank. It'll be fun.
That's what we were thinking with this 400.
Stroker's the way to go.
Yep.
Get down the road.
Considering you only have to
yes, they
grind
are.
on one little spot.
That's why I'm happy.
See, that's
with
when I
go ahead.
That's why, like, when I decided to go with the 521 combo on the 429, that's great. 460, because I didn't have to do any grinding.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, but a 425 crank and a 400 block, there's one little spot on the front where the counterweight comes around, and you just got to take a little bit off of it, and you're good.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got to do, and it just plunks right in there, and it costs about the same as it does to get the, a set of forged rods and then everything balanced and all the stuff. So it's like, just go ahead and get the stroker crank.
Yep. And I really wanted to, I was actually talking to a company that made a stroker kit for this 385 series that was 602 cubic inches. Good night, Unfinished Project. Dark Sport. But I couldn't get a piston head combination that was in a somewhat pump-friendly gas range. So
you got E85 all around you.
I know.
You want me to come
Just
down there?
Run out to the field and squeeze it.
You need to come down here. Bring one of those cars down here, and we got all kinds of back road Cuban drag racing areas where we hit, and we can just go out and tear those roads up.
Scare the hell out of you.
I had to work with a punctuation. Let me see your shirt again. The punctuation is everything. I can't. All right. I just looked over on Ryan. He's got 13, 14 people over on his chat. It's like, man, everybody's doing lives nowadays.
I know. I'm thinking about hopping over there myself, just to support him.
He's already got 6 people. It's on, 6 on the screen. So
yeah,
13 watching.
Well, I just wanted to hop in there and
when you've been on for a while, especially your first one. Oh my goodness, you're like, okay, I need a break. Like, I got to go pee. I got to do some stuff. Like,
and I tell you what, there'll probably be times where I just walk up and piss, and I just won't take a camera with him. But you'll hear the flush. Just letting you guys know. I'm like,
we thank you.
That doesn't.
Just
but
wear a helmet cam, forehead.
Yeah, but like my normal job, I'm used to talking with a lot of people. However, we're always not on camera just because of bandwidth, but man, it's something that you can hit mute if you're not the one doing shit and walk away for a minute and use the restroom. But I actually like this. For everyone that's left on here, I am going to plan on doing the Thursday night ones. If something comes up, I'll post on the community page, hey, we're going to be working on a car or something, but I will definitely get them scheduled out in
All right,
advance.
so you got dibs on
Awesome.
Thursdays.
I do. Okay, Bad Tree is in here, and I felt bad because he was trying to get in. And let me put a link in here if Bad Tree wants to join. Blake, I've been watching his content for a little bit, and it's been getting more interesting. And I feel bad for the guy because he launched and windowed that motor. But you know what? He got a
I
new
seen
one,
that.
and
That
I was
was-
watching.
I
That was
almost
an epic
cried.
live.
I almost cried.
Crazy.
Yes.
Oh man, I wish I wanted to show up and offer help.
I know. What's up,
You
Blake?
guys living the
You know-
dream.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you again.
Doing finer than frogs here, folks.
That's awesome.
That is fun.
That
Good
is
to see you
awesome.
guys.
I was the other day I was watching your live. I should have been probably working. I would admit that. When it came up and you're tearing the engine down, I'm like, I gotta see this, right? And then you
Same
caught
here.
the cylinder head that about took your feet off.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
That
okay,
was-
this is a bad sign from the beginning. And then he gets into it, and I'm like, and you saw that chunk, and I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
I seen that borescope, and it's like, you're going to do this live, right?
Yeah, I think you're the one who, brought that up, and I'm like, you know what, that's a good idea. So, we
Wow. Yeah, I want to look over your shoulder. I want to see the carnage. See, I can't live all this. I live it through you guys, and it don't cost me any money.
we've been busting ass the past couple days, man, on it. It was just day after day of thrashing, and now we kind of calmed down, took a break today, and man, I didn't know that 1,100 people would watch that.
Wow.
Well, when it's carnage,
Yeah.
absolute carnage, and you set it up to the T. You had that borescope video. This thing's screwed, and then you did that live. I mean, everyone knew. I mean, we're not trying to be mean here. Everyone knew that thing was fucked.
Oh yeah.
And you got to see it.
But the
and then watching
cross-hatching looks so
About
good.
2 hours.
I know. Watching the video of you driving back with that motor was good too, though. Because it's like, okay, this guy just went through the worst nightmare in today's world of not being able to get parts, all that type of shit. He finds a motor, makes the best of it, does a live, tears down hell, and shows everybody. And it's like, now that's pretty epic.
It's part of hot rodding, man. I mean, you got to take the blows when you get them, and then when you see opportunities like that motor, you got to kick a fucking door down and go get it.
They say that like it's a good thing. You got to take the lows when you get them.
Yep.
And whatever's
Oh.
not broke is parts. So.
Mm-hmm. So currently, I'm still looking for one piston, and I don't think I'm going to find it. And I found a new a block from a machine shop in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm going to go get that.
So probably
Saturday.
2 hours.
Mm-hmm. And that's already bored 30 over for me. It's fresh out of the machine shop, $300.
That ain't bad, but
So I'm finding good deals. That top end kit from the Edelbrox, that was $2,000. So I'm going to try to make 3 motors into one nice little radical small block. So
That'd be
hopefully the
pretty
Nacho Cuda's back in fighting weight and ready
Hey,
for the name.
you guys keep talking these big numbers on car parts, and then I talk to the wife. I don't know if she was here earlier, but when I talk numbers on parts, it's easy because you guys are spending a lot more than I want to spend.
Oh, we don't want to spend it.
I know you don't
Yeah.
want to. I know you don't want to. I'm saying I'm just glad all I got to keep running is a 225 and a 440.
Yeah, you never want to spend it, but when you have to, you're like, okay, I understand why I have to. It's like, I'm a Mopar guy, and I branched off in this Ford world for an odd reason, and everything has come up, right, where it's like, oh, that doesn't work, and I was told it was going to. I did my research, now this doesn't work. And then you're scrambling to find parts,
Well, hey,
Well, I
look
kind
at
of figure
Wendy's
it
here.
this way: if I don't spend my money on the cars, I'm just gonna waste it on hookers and blow.
On
So I might
Truman's
as well spend
brother's
it on the
truck.
cars.
Yes, we all have that problem.
So hey, 2 Hacks, thanks for reaching out and supporting
Yeah.
us the other night. I
Yeah.
can't even tell you how many people that reached
Oh,
out
there's
to
wife
us.
Wendy. I told you she was.
Yeah,
there.
and the first time I saw your channel, because I'm new to all of this in the last 3 months, it was the BTP STP logo,
Mm.
and I'm like, I like that, and I didn't even realize, and I'm like, I got to get exactly,
All right.
and I'm like, yep, I get that, that's cool, you know.
All right.
And the play button's pretty cool too, man.
Got the BT,
Yes, it is. It is.
and I got the STP.
I don't know where they got that from.
They
That
copied you,
STP.
man.
I'm
Those
telling
rat
you.
bastards.
Hey, I just want to find out where I can get the girly versions of your merch.
Oh, you like the I like it hard, fast, and loud. I'm a BTP girl shirt.
Well, they showed some cards later in that live. I was like, really?
Oh, in the live, yeah.
That's
Shit,
brilliant.
That was a pineapple moment.
Wait,
right
he
there.
might
Those
want
were-
the VMAC.
Those will only be for at No Name Nationals. It'll be a select few printed. The women don't really enjoy them that much, guys.
You know what you
Not
do?
too
That's why you,
stars. It's all good.
that's why you get a hold of somebody else and be like, make a ton of them and be like, honey, I didn't know they were doing this. It's that
Yeah.
guy's fault.
The file got corrupted.
I didn't know there were stickers. Why are they everywhere? I don't know what happened.
Exactly.
Everybody likes stickers.
Dang
I don't know, but I ordered some of these that say, you know, our car's a hybrid. They burn gas and rubber with the dinosaur on it and the tire.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna get these done in like the static clings, and I'm gonna be sticking them on every EV car I can find in town.
Oh,
Right on.
Yes.
say, I seen one EV had a license plate that said oil free. I'm like, so does your car not have bearings or anything in it? It
Or
greases
plastic.
oil.
Or plastic.
Or plastic.
Yeah.
Well, I've been waiting for somebody to put, green vehicles parking only, and then I'll park my GTO in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Green.
I'll-
Green.
I'll get a
Or
hold
when
of
I
you
have
on
the
Messenger,
tunnel ram
Brian.
on, I'll like park it with the two big carburetors or the fuel injection sticking out of the hood.
Yep.
Well, you can identify as anything nowadays.
Well, it
I
runs
know.
on vodka, so that's green.
Texan vodka, not the Russian stuff. The Texas shit.
No, this is
It's
Michigan
Tito's.
vodka.
Oh yeah, you make your own. That's right. You're the fuel guy. This guy's making fuel and burning down everything, and it's going to cost us all $4.50 a gallon to get there, and he's doing it for like 12.5 cents. He's giving the shit away.
Drinking half and burning the other half.
Mm-hmm.
I know he
Well,
ran out of
yeah,
gas because it went into his gut.
Yeah.
I might bring you a little bit for a little, hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, look at this guy. He's doing.
Yeah.
He's making hand sanitizer, gasoline, stuff to drink, stuff to clean our carburetors. All this stuff he's doing, and it's only 12.5 cents a gallon, and it comes with the Mary's hand cream stuff he was trying to make a video on. So there you go.
Yeah.
Just did a pitch for you. Put it out on Amazon and make $1 billion.
I wonder what Tony thought of that if you saw it.
It was comical.
Just my thumbnail's him making the goofiest, like.
That was brilliant, though. I was
Thanks.
seeing that earlier. It's like hilarious.
Yeah.
Who's the rock up above in the middle?
That's me. That's Thumper.
Oh,
Sweaty
okay.
fat guy. Yeah.
So
Thumper, how you going?
That's my chunk of Berlin Wall.
I bought
knocked off in 1989.
I bought a
I
Tony
was in
shirt.
Germany in
It works.
1989.
My brother
Hey,
got drunk just like that, kind of sort
Yeah,
of.
I was stationed in Frankfurt.
My brother.
Hey,
was
Streetcars Chronicles. I just have you in the background because I can only have 6 right now. I'm cheap ass and I only have the free version.
Hey,
I'm gonna get the expensive one here. In a
I'll
little
let him
while.
up. I've been on for a little while here. I'll let him up. I got girls in there going, "Daddy, Daddy." So
Yeah.
I appreciate.
thanks
you,
for
man.
joining.
Hey,
I
awesome
appreciate
first
it.
live, man.
Destroyer.
Much
Thank
luck in
you.
the future.
Good
I
seeing
will
you, brother.
support all of you guys as much as I can,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna make my way to the No Name Nationals. And if there's any way, BTP, I would love to be an announcer. Just throwing my hat in the ring.
You got a great voice for it, man.
Well, no. He knows the voice I'm talking about. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen Unaware Street Racing, then you'll know what I mean.
There might be
have a
some.
radio voice.
There
So,
might be some. If
you
we can't get Brian Cabral, then you might be next.
Wilburn was talking about my dad, J-Bo, doing his color commentary, which is weird.
Oh,
but I'd like to see
I'll run
you
around
and
the pits and do commentary.
Destroyer. Oh, we should do a Jay Leno jaywalking.
J-Bo
We're going
walking.
up- Yeah, just
I
go
mean-
through the pits. Don't drink it all. Then find the most drunk dudes you can find, and just start asking the questions.
Oh yeah. Then just
Asking
find the
non-car
area.
questions.
Find the area that smells like a skunk, and if you answer the question right, you get a free bag of Doritos.
There you
Ah,
What flavor? There's a bunch of flavors there. I can get picky.
Well, if you guys have something you want Arnold to say, I'll say it. Is Arnold.
There, 1320.
Hey,
Be
man.
good, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm telling you, his thing's going to get so popular that nobody's
Ah.
going to leave from the stoplight easy
I
anymore.
was
They're
saying,
gonna leave
well,
it
if
there.
we're trying to leave and this guy's the door's locked, man. But come on in.
What's happening?
Ryan, what up,
How's it
brother?
going, man?
Oh, dude, it is freaking going. I'm over here trying to figure out EFI life.
See, I'm glad
come
I
on,
don't
EFI
have that
fun.
problem.
And you should just
What kind of
add more
EFI
carbon.
setup?
Well, I bought a Super Sniper, and I was originally going to put a turbo in the car on the 496 I was putting together, but the block was trash. So I bought this other engine, and I thought, for some reason, I thought the Super Sniper was 1,000 CFM, and it's only 800. So it's not big enough for the engine I got in the car now. So I found a tunnel ram, and I was going to put carburetors on it. And I just got off the phone with my buddy Dave. We were going back and forth, and I got somebody who's going to buy this sniper. So I'm going to buy the dual throttle body sniper for the tunnel ram. So
See, I wanted to
we
do
can
that
do
with
Sniper versus Phytech because I got the Phytech coming in the mail.
right on, man. Yep. There it is.
There you go.
Yep.
So we did the sniper system on that GTO, and we're maxed out. You know, like we need something bigger.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get it to run 100% the way it needed to until we actually got their Holly sniper ignition setup.
Hey.
Now,
Yes.
I might talk to you about
Well, I got Phytech on the 65, and I'm running E85 through it, and that thing runs great. The only thing it does is it breaks transmissions.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have right there.
I'm tired.
It sounds
of
like Patrick is driving it.
Flush boxes are replaceable, man.
Yeah.
So put a turbo 400 in, but I don't have a drive shaft that's just the right amount of short. I can put a turbo 350 in, or I can put a 700 R4 in, but I can't put a turbo 400 short shaft in.
Ooh.
On that Super Sniper, were y'all using an MSD ignition? On the GTO?
We're using we're not using anything MSD. It's just it's the sniper. It's the whole sniper kit. We got the sniper distributor, their Hyper Spark, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were y'all using that before, or did y'all swap to that, or?
No, we swapped to that. Originally, the motor was it had a Mallory setup,
Oh, yeah,
and
Mallory,
it just
yeah.
did not run. It did not. Sorry, I got to plug this in real quick. It did not respond well. And like we set the timing and all that, and it was just like it seemed like it wanted to idle okay, but every
Right.
time you'd hammer on it and it started pulling the RPMs, it was cutting out real bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I did that, because I had an MSD set up, and I was like, man, I don't want to be fighting freaking MSD problems and EFI problems, because MSD has their own set. You know what I mean? So I was like, screw it. I bought all the shit for the Holly.
Yes.
Plug and play, and I figured it'd be easy to troubleshoot shit. So
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It's not bad. The one thing we did run into was when we did the exhaust. Obviously, you got to weld in that bung for the
O2.
So we built our own exhaust, and then we took it off, right? And we welded it up, put it back on. The gasket seemed okay, and it wasn't. So that side with the bung was pulling just enough air in, because that little tear, it was throwing everything off. Ran like fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
So we got all that taken care of. It runs good. We're just maxed out with it. We need to go with something bigger.
See, that's
How
what
much horsepower did you get?
What's that?
Which one did you get? What horsepower level?
The one that's I don't even know. It's 800 CFM.
Okay.
I believe it's 800 CFM.
So they
Is it
have
800?
they have the regular sniper and then the Super Sniper. The Super Sniper has a 2-bar map or 3-bar. I can't remember. And so the Super Sniper, I think they're both 800 CFM, but the Super Sniper is capable of 700 NA, and because it's got to 8 injectors versus 4.
Okay. So we did not get the Super Sniper then.
Yeah. Yeah. So I bought the Super Sniper, but this thing NA on the engine dyno made 734. And so what I was afraid of is like, man, dude, I'm going to be petering out. And 800 CFM is just not enough for that much compression in the cam.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, if anybody ever wants to test their vehicle for durability, this guy right here, Patrick from Mostly Old Parts and Rust, he can find out what you got durable.
Yeah, I've heard.
Literally break anything.
He can break anything.
I can break it myself.
We're the
And I do.
original.
But yeah, I mean,
He's the original.
like this Pontiac motor. Yeah, this Pontiac here, it's a healthy motor. I mean, it's primarily street, but it's Kaufman heads, big roller cam, high compression motor. It runs really good. It's just it just needs more. And you know, talking to my friend, there's a lot of stuff we want to do after No Name Nationals to the car, just because of budget and time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to be a ripper. It already is a ripper. I know Thumper, we're racing him, and he's bringing some hot shit, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So,
yep.
Yeah, I called out the Jack Pine Savage and what's the NSB Custom Cars Dodge Dart. I'm gonna go for the Pro Stock car.
There's a
Be right back.
okay.
I got
There's another.
Draggy says, and I might call him out.
I've recorded. I'll video it for you when it happens. And I'm front row spectator. I'm number one, baby.
Heck yeah!
Watching it all go down.
Were you the first spectator ticket, Don?
Not first spectator ticket, but when all this got announced, I've been there for everything. I'm even doing lives now. Look at this shit.
Yeah, look at.
I'm YouTube famous.
Streetcar Chronicles. Have you seen Redbeard Racing's Dodge?
Yeah, I have, and I think he'd be a good matchup for Damn It Dave in the Oscar the Grouch Mustang.
Yeah, that thing's pretty legit.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was talking to.
Oscar the Grouch Mustang. Where's that at?
That's my buddy's little twin turbo car on my channel.
What's on your channel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your channel?
Streetcar Chronicles.
One of the greatest channels on YouTube.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
It is, Ryan.
Come on,
it's
you're
good.
making
channel.
It's
Thanks,
a good
buddy.
channel.
Dude, if I could get my head in the editing game right now, I'll tell you what, I got a whole race of footage that we did this last weekend at this outlaw track up in Nakona, and it was badass. My kid goes the last time we went in November, and he puts $20 in a 50-50 raffle, won $200. Yep, that's it. Got $270 off the 50-50 raffle. They had a foot race for $40.
50-50, I'm in. I don't even care what.
Yeah, right. So he runs the foot race, loses by a 15-year-old. He's 10. A 15-year-old beat him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back this time, puts $20 back in the hat, wins $390, and then won the $40 foot race. I was like, we don't even.
You leave him at home when you go to the
You should have
See,
gone
that's why,
ahead
like,
and buy a
that's a ringer.
lottery ticket.
Yeah, I know.
I'll hop on lives and Redbeard will be in some of them, and he hasn't been called out much, and I'm not bringing nothing that's going to be near competitive unless he was to break. And I'm like, I'm calling you out, dude, to a foot race.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, like, once we get closer, I'm like,
do it.
Foot race, man. I'm 5'9", 155. He's got all that beard hair. It's resistance. I got a beard. I cut it all off. And you know what? It's just going to be a foot race.
Yeah, you're aerodynamic.
Yeah, the beard race is already over.
Yes.
I want
The car
steel
race
toe
is-
boots. Got to wear steel toe boots. They don't need the metatarsals.
Steel toe boots.
Yeah, steel-toed boots.
Metatarsals give you an aerodynamic advantage, though. But you know,
I got this going on, man. Just a little bit of turtle wax. I'm running.
Yeah,
yeah, that's Michael Phelps all over it right there.
I was going to cut this thing off today.
No, you can't do it, man.
So here's the whole thing. Is like I normally don't like trim a beard short, right? And I went and got it trimmed a little bit too short, and I'm gonna do a video
and I wanted it more bushy, kept it because it was going to be like I was going to talk about quitting the channel, and I'm going to go
More
work
bushy.
on EVs, and I'm going to start eating granola and wearing Birkenstocks. But I was going to edit it so on the bottom it would say bullshit meter 10%, but I was going to call it the beardo meter, and each cut was going to be a little bit less of my beard off, right?
And all of a sudden, a man
I
bun
can
starts
see that.
morphing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny. I was in the middle of filming one of my old videos, and I went to go trim my beard, and my dog. I have Great Danes, and so my dog came in the bathroom and hit me, and right as I was going to cut a big ass chunk out, so I had to shave it off. So halfway through the video, I have a beard, and the other half I have none. I'm like, I'm so pissed. Dude. I'm like, don't fucking ask any questions.
That's hilarious, man.
I would see you shave half of it off and leave the rest.
And the
Two-Face.
eyebrow.
It would be a bit before and after at the same time.
You wanna
I mean,
flip
that's what I
this
was
off,
gonna
shave
do.
one eyebrow. See if anybody notices.
You know, every
Oh, I
guy's
know.
done that when he's finally murdered his beard.
I did that with my kids when they were young. I've always had a mustache, you know. Sometimes it was thinner, sometimes it got burly, you know, honey, trim this shit.
Yep.
But I shaved half of it off, so I literally only had half a mustache, and it was like 2.5 hours before my kids noticed.
So like winter, yeah, like I start growing it like in September, shave it off this time of year. But I was literally thinking about keeping it long, and then like showing up to No Name Nationals, have it off, and get a professional wig just to fuck with John Wilburn. And I clued him in on this to be like, oh, I'm his twin brother, because I do have a twin, but it's not
Me
my
too.
brother, it's my sister.
Hey.
And like screw with him, be like, oh, I'm here to race for him, and just act like a total
beard?
goofball.
We could get something going on
Yeah.
there with all of us bearded guys and do shave the beards off for charity or something.
Ooh.
I would do it. I would do
can't-
it.
I can't do a beard, so you know I'm
Man.
unfortunate that way.
Last
Dude,
time I went
It comes
clean
in
all the
as
way
scruff.
down was when I had to get air pack fitted.
Dude, every time.
Firefighter one, and then I was just the mustache. I'm like, and he hated me.
I've shaved my beard off twice since I got out of the military.
Dude, every time I shave my beard off, I have another chin underneath there, so I just leave it alone.
I just look too young. You know, it's like
Yeah.
the
That's the
problem.
problem.
I mean, I look like a little kid. I look like a little
Yeah.
kid. You know, like
Yeah, you do to me, Jeff.
In 3 years,
I mean,
mine's
it's-
going to be white.
Yeah.
well, Don. The whole thing is like I do get gray in it, and I see it more like, but I don't even care. It's like if I was to grow hair out, I know the sides would be gray.
Well,
But
ain't nothing
I've
you
cut
want-
this
you
grass
want
too
something to
short.
make you feel better about the gray hair.
There's always more gray the next time you look.
Yes.
Something that should make you feel better about the gray hair. Chicks dig it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I've got a couple grays. My mom, when my mom passed at 84, she was still waiting for her gray hair.
I'm still looking for those chicks, man.
I'm fucking
Yeah,
redhead.
roadkill. He's like, I got all this gray going on right here.
I already
You know,
got my
bad
chicks.
Blake. Blake, that is kind of a good. That Blake is that is kind of a good idea. The no name beard shave for charity, and everyone do a video of it, and someone
There
can
you
combine it.
go.
Oh man, as many beers as I've seen already, that'll rank right up with Vizard's request for St. Jude.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't that St. Jude thing go fantastic?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. I kept trying
Thanks,
to make
Lunar.
money, but it wouldn't accept
That
my
was
super chat.
over $1,500.
That was
Yep.
phenomenal. That was
Yeah,
good
it's-
stuff.
And the wife was on too. We kicked in 50. It's like he's like, oh, that's $875. We can get 1,000. Before
Yep.
you know it, it's at 1,500. It's like, holy
Yep.
shit!
Yeah.
No,
There's
that
only
was
30
good
people
stuff.
in here.
Yeah, that's
Which St. Jude's
That
is
was
great.
really cool.
You know, it's. And
Hey, you know
Vizard-
what? That would be freaking rad because I had a friend that just recently lost his kid to cancer, and he was just turned 6, and
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah. So we did it was kind of weird. Like I met him after. I call him a friend now. I met them when he was pretty well terminal, and I guess there were some people trying to put together like a bike rally and car cruise for him for his birthday because he'd just come back from his last round of chemo, and
They can turn out to be
dude,
big.
we had
You get
we
the
had
word out, and it can.
we had 1,850 cars show up to drive
Yeah.
past this kid's house. It took 3 hours.
We don't even have 1,800 cars in my town.
Dude, it was
Right.
You know,
crazy.
the thing is everyone has that
the cancer thing. Like my son plays baseball. He's a hell of a little ball player, and a kid on his team, kid's 13 years old. He's in and out of St. Jude. No kid deserves that. You know what I'm saying? And you want to get money going to something like that. It's the car guys. I swear to God.
Yep.
Like, look what happened in that live. And like what Blake just said, shave the beard thing for charity.
Yeah.
I could have a beard for 10 years, and if someone said we're doing it, it'd be gone in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yep.
No doubt.
Yeah, they had. It was a pretty neat deal. It's surreal. So I ended up making pretty good friends with his dad because I videoed the whole thing and made a video about it. And when he just passed away last month on the 10th, and so they're starting a charity for him, like to try to because there's only like 3 different drugs they use for kids to fight cancer, but there's like 72 they use for adults, and it's been the same way for years. And so there's no research. They're not actively working on research for kids. And so they're trying to change that. It's pretty interesting. So Chad Reynolds, who runs bankshift.com, I met him at Rocky Mountain last year. We've become pretty good friends, and he hit me up. He's got a deal coming up, and he asked me, he goes, hey, we had somebody that we do a charity for every year, but we had somebody picked out, but they ran into some money. So they said, pick somebody else. So they're fine. And so I was like, man, I don't know anybody, but there's that charity that they're trying to start. And I was like, you could use that. So anything like now, like I have this thing in my head, like anytime I see a kid or something that has that, I'm like, dude, like it just, and then, you didn't even notice it until you get close to one. And then you start noticing it everywhere. And it's just, it's sad.
Look, honey, I took my meds tonight.
Good man.
Nah, she did come around the corner and scared the shit out of me. She was watching She was watching upstairs, but you can tone down the part of it. She's a good woman. I wouldn't trade her for anybody.
Heck yeah.
What about for
I've
Hemi?
had cancer cut out of my chest, but when it comes to kids, man, that's a whole different world, man. Those.
The innocence.
I gave $200 that night with Pfizer's promo. I mean, you got to support those families, those kids, those moms, those dads. That shit just ain't right. If I croak tomorrow, so be it, man. I've had a pretty good time. But kids, man, they're just starting out. You ever find an opportunity to do something right, do something good for kids? Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. $1, $10, $100.
A kid is supposed to be out there fishing, shooting, playing baseball, getting dirty, right in a hot ride, going in that nacho Cuda to school.
Yeah.
Not sitting getting chemotherapy.
No.
Or, like I'm bald. Don, you're half and half. You still got a little bit of yard left along the side of the house. But a kid going to school with no hair because of something is like embarrassing. They have that thing because they're young kids.
Yep.
So it's they don't need to go through that. No kid deserves any of that.
I don't care.
We'll tell you what, I'll up the ante and I'll shave my head too.
I'm in his ballpark.
Yeah, but I got a flat top.
All right, look,
I got high and tight right now.
Your official YouTube star, wife Wendy, showed up at your live.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey,
Wendy.
I can't shave my hair, but I will shave my back hair and my chest hair.
I shave my back for no.
If you shave your nether regions, keep that to yourself.
If anybody needs to.
No, I like that just like I like my cars in the 1970s and the little Mustang.
The stunt double for Sasquatch.
Yes.
Great.
So I mean,
girl who could braid my back hair for me.
Yeah. Oh, hey, whatever floats your boat.
I got a tattoo on my shoulder when I was 19. I don't know where it's at anymore.
I believe that. Yeah, I got one on the chest from years ago. It sucks, but hey, it's what it means to me, not what everybody can say.
When I was 17, I had a buddy get a tattoo on his thigh of a Viking because his parents would let him have one. And he got it. He said, "Hey, dude, I got a tattoo." I said, well, "Yeah, what'd you get? Where is it?" He goes, "Did you get it on your back?" He goes, "No, man, I got it on my thigh." And I was like,
At least he
"What
can
is
cover
it?"
it with pants.
He dropped his trowel, pulled his boxers up, and showed me his Viking tattoo. I was like, here's the thing about tattoos, okay? like, I mean, if you gotta drop your britches to show somebody your tattoo,
You're probably not the right person to be showing.
Well, he wanted to get the job.
Well, you could have a good you could have a good joke with that. It's either going to get the Vikings axe or you're going to get the hammer. Either way, these pants are getting dropped.
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, that's something to talk to the girls about.
That's the thing. What the fuck?
Rooster hanging from a noose on your calf.
I'm giving
Yeah.
you the command,
But like I've always wanted the joke with the rooster below the knee. The tattoo of that.
Yeah. But I was like, dude, what the fuck? A Viking for what?
That could go so wrong in so many ways.
Oh no, man, it looked cool, right?
Yeah, but who's looking at that?
That's good.
No regrets.
I've got a bunch of tattoos.
No regrets.
I think his name's
Not
Jeff,
even one
right?
letter.
Jeff. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Jeff,
Jeff,
got a few tats. My
Yeah.
mom was real
You're-
anti-tat. My
who would have
brother
thought your
ended up
first
getting a
live is
Hoover vacuum
working
on
on
his
4
back.
hours?
I know. It's going good. I like
Nobody-
this.
Nobody wants to go home because we're already here.
I'm enjoying it. Like
Oh, this
Dr. Art, man, he had the greatest. He's like, man, you got to do it. It's Thursday night. I'm like, I don't even know how to do this shit, And he's like, StreamYard, walk me through it, and I'm like, okay,
He has watching
6.
No, not him. Jeff.
Oh, 16.
Well,
Oh, but he has 48 likes.
Yeah, this is a great first
So it's
live.
actually
Yeah.
it's
I
actually
that
going
like
pretty
button,
well.
folks.
It's more than Jason.
Wow, he was.
Yeah.
Well, Jason started back before No Name Nationals. He started when it was still mud. Everybody's starting out on a good gravel base right now.
Yeah, I kept telling John Wilbur, and I'm like, man, I wish I started my channel when No Name National started.
I don't even want subscribers.
No shit.
Yeah, but I tell you what though, guys, it is getting late. A lot of us have early mornings.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I gotta hop off.
I appreciate everybody popping in here and joining. It's been
Yeah,
fun.
Really well done, brother. Really well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks, brother.
and-
Appreciate it.
And Blake, you gotta get that car back on the road one way. Come hell or high water, man.
I was going to
Nacho
edit the
Cuda.
video today for Saturday,
Jeff-
and I ended up making that stupid short.
Oh, well.
Got totally distracted, didn't get any editing done.
I don't want to cut in, but I gotta get in.
Fuck
What
it.
time are you calling dibs on for Thursdays? Thursday at 8, 7 Central? Where you
7
at?
Central Standard Time.
All right,
And if
that's
something
what
comes
I'm
up
doing.
where I can't do it, there's going to be nights, baseball games, working on cars, being in jail, quarantined into a nut house, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll let everybody know
When your
one way or
kid
another.
finally pops.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in
YouTube jail.
I'll see y'all later.
Take
Thank
it
you.
easy.
All right.
Be good.
Yes.
Y'all be good.
Yep.
No, it's good.
Subscribe to Don English's channel.
Yes.
Get
I
to
don't-
500
I don't want any subs.
All right.
later.
Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Thanks,
you guys
Jeff.
later.
Bye.
See ya.
Night.
Good night.